Oh my, there are many here to witness the final episode of Slay the Princess. Hello everyone and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. I hope that you're having a lovely day. If you're not, that's okay too. Just come in as you are, have some water in your hand, make sure that you're staying hydrated. Are you being kind to yourself today? Have you given yourself a compliment? I've just started the day, so I have to still build things up to give myself a compliment. We'll give myself a compliment in the evening stream. For now, I'm good. I would love to know how you're doing today. Give me your mental health out of 10, your physical health out of 10. And yeah, make sure that you're sitting comfortably. And if you're doing okay and if you're not doing okay, either is fine. Just that you are here is what matters. Thank you for being here and for tuning into the Everything GM broadcast. Here for the final episode of Slay the Princess, with its lovely music playing in the background. I can't wait. It's going to be a ride. I can tell the ending is going to be pretty wild. I have a feeling. We have a big choice to make that I would love your help with right off the bat when we start, which we'll get to. Oh, the music's getting... Music can do things to me, man. Anyway, it's, yes, if you are active in chat, if you're lurking, if you are watching the VOD, that is totally fine. It doesn't matter how you arrive, just that you do, and that we are sharing this experience together. I appreciate that, truly. Thanks for making me a part of your day. Taters, Kit, Colin, Hewan, Artcaster. Hey, Alfred. Very good. Artcaster is someone who occupied my comments section in a big way. And we had a very, very long conversation. When I say long, I mean it wasn't long in terms of like the back and forth, but the replies were long. It was great. It was an exchange of essays, and I liked it. So thanks for providing your thoughts. I really appreciated them. And I'm so happy you're here. It's so cool that you've joined up with the live. Very nice. Hot and cold are relative terms. Cold stars exist. You can't change my mind. I mean, I get maybe. I feel like maybe they could. You have to leave after 10 minutes? Does the bus drop you off in 10 minutes already? Damn. Hewan is traveling to go see her friends today. I'm currently playing ESO. Excellent. How is it? Have you ever played it before? Can you compare it to now? Because I'm very interested in how it would play now versus how I played it like 6 months after release. So I played it about 6 months after release. Doing fine, glad to be here. 8 out of 10? 8 out of 10? That's great! Super cool. Happy for you. I don't like Norianui out of 10. I remember that name, but I can't remember who it is. Remember, I've played hundreds of hours of ESO, but I remember the names, but yeah. My first class was a Nightblade, though. What are you playing right now? Whew, struggling, overwhelmed, and lonely out of 10? Oh boy, that's alright. It's all good. This is all part of the human experience. I'm sorry to hear you're feeling like that. But, yeah, you can join, you can, of course, jump in chat if you want to, if you'd like to help me with the decision-making vocally, that's totally fine. Ah, the tutorial NPC. Okay, I remember. It's the morning, so gotta cough up a couple hairballs. I'm playing a Dragon Knight Argonian. That sounds awesome! Very cool. Alright everyone, before the horror music decides to freak me out again, how about we get into things, I would love to, I'd love to get the show on the road, so that we can get going and discuss things. It is now 8 minutes past 10 here in South Korea. And, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Oh, cool! It changes art style. Yo, I didn't know the main menu changed to some of the art styles. What do you have to get this ending? This is very cool. Okay, this is where we were last. Right, I'm gonna give you a small recap. Once we get here. Sorry, before we get here. We have made our way through many loops. We've had many different princesses, and we've interacted with them in a multitude of different ways, mostly along the consistent... I've tried to keep one consistent line through my treatment of the princess, and that is as a person who deserves to be treated as a full person, with their own autonomy, with their own choices, and with their own consequences for those choices. So a lot of the times I have made a bid for trust without intention communicated, just action, and I've seen what she's done in response, and that has taught us quite a lot about how she trusts or doesn't trust, or who she is. And yeah, I think it's been fascinating to see the kind of person that develops over the times that you leave her there in the basement and then you come back. The premise of this game, we've also almost got to the bottom of. I have a working theory that I might not be right, but I'll get to that in a second. We've learned, of course, if you've watched the first two parts, we've learned that we are feeding perspectives in a time loop of sorts to an eldritch being. A being that has just been born and is looking for perspectives of the world to form a more accurate picture so that it can reshape the world in that style. Now, I'm not sure if we want to do that, but if we don't, we can just wait forever and... yeah. If we wait forever, then, you know, we wait forever. So we can either wait forever or we can get going. And I think getting going with the plot is the way to end it. So, hello, Baron! What we ended up finding out was that this creature now needs only one more perspective to be unleashed on the world. Now, I don't know if we want to unleash this thing on the world. I don't know if this is something that's gonna help. But what is interesting is that it does form two narratives that are running at the same time. The first narrative being the surface one, the loop, being, you're a monster, you're here to slay the princess, the narrator is telling you to. But then there's also, and this ties into my theory, there's also the meta-narrative of us feeding perspectives to an eldritch being, but we can still try and kill it. So in essence, that is also slaying the princess. In fact, I think that is the true slay the princess. But here's where my theory gets in. Remember, we have a narrator that tells us what to do, and the narrator has knowledge and pretends to know that this is the only loop and has his own rules, and he doesn't really reveal everything to us. Now, I think that this narrator is aware of this eldritch being. I think he knows that she's around. But remember, when the eldritch being arrives, the long quiet, we don't hear the narrator anymore. He goes away. So I think that they can't really exist in the same realm, but they're aware of each other. And I think the narrator is asking me to slay the princess, but I think what he means is to get to the Eldritch Being and keep slaying the princess. And slay that princess. I have a theory that they are... Because remember, at the beginning of this game, we see that this is a love story. And I think that the love story is between the narrator and the Long Quiet. I think maybe the narrator represents something else, some other powerful being. So... And you can see the parallels with perspectives, like how the narrator gives you a lot of different voices the more loops you do. And... each voice is different depending on the loop you did. And the princess also changes. So, like, those perspectives mixed with our perspectives, and it's lovely. So that's my theory. You don't have to tell me if it's right. In fact, please don't tell me if I'm right. This is a non-spoiler playthrough, so if you've seen the ending of this game, please, 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 please make sure to not let me know. and let's get going. Nivex! Hello, welcome to the finale. Let's get going. Okay. We immediately arrive. Of course, there's a content warning as well. You can go look online for the full list of the content warning. It's mainly just body horror stuff. If you are sensitive to that kind of stuff, maybe give this a skip. Come back when you're feeling better. And also make sure... for Sylv, there's a lot of dismemberment in this, so yeah, maybe give this a skip as well. But yeah. Since this is the last one, this will be the last time you can ask about the narrator. That is what I'm thinking as well. Yeah. So here I am, and this is where we last left off. Watching you and playing Zenless Zone Zero at the same time. Excellent. Very cool. Is Ember not here? Yeah, I'm sad. I kind of wanted him to be. Oh well, he can check out the VOD. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I miss his analysis. Oh, Ember is here! Yay! Welcome, welcome! Yay! Okay, so, where last we left off, we were here. This is the final loop before the Long Quiet sends us back for the final perspective. And I'm thinking about this. We get to ask the Long Quiet about the narrator. I get to ask whether the vessels have a narrator, whether the Long Quiet has a narrator, and this is like, no, we're just getting started, Ember. This is it. This is the decision I left on because I can't make this decision. I don't know how to do it. Like, what do we do? I don't want to feed this eldritch being all these perspectives and unleash them on the world. I don't know if that's something that I don't want to feel like that's something I have to do. I want to feel like, I don't know. Should I like... Because here's the thing, right? This creature has given us nothing but trust. It hasn't done anything bad to us except putting us through these loops. Let's talk about trust, and based on what we know. What we know about this creature is that it has only ever been open and honest with us, as far as we know. It also has no reason to lie to us, because we've tried to defy it, and in defying it, we just wait here forever. So this creature already knows that we're prepared to wait forever. So maybe it knows that in some way we are prepared to stop it if we want to. So, and we don't have all the power here, but we have enough power to release this creature. This creature needs us in some way. And so it makes sense that it would be honest with us. So I think that it's safer, it's at least more realistic to be trusting this creature based on what it is saying to us than to trust the narrator, for example, who has continued to hide things from us from the beginning of the game. And when I've been thinking about this, yeah, we don't know if it's... Look, here's the thing. We don't know if the Long Quiet is good or bad. She has she has communicated that we are inherently actually partially responsible for whether she's good or bad, because we bring her perspectives. But I don't know if that's our responsibility to unleash an eldritch creature on the world, you know? So yeah, I wonder. This is the last loop. Now, we can always stop ourselves at the loop. Maybe before we get to the long quiet, we can just stop. So who knows? I don't know. But shall we try? If we tell her about the narrator, we give the game away. But this is what I've been thinking of. I have played this game with the approach of not playing games. I don't like to play manipulative games. I don't like to be like toyed around with. I don't like to be strung along. I prefer to just leave everything out in the open, cards on the table. And in this moment, I think cards on the table will help us. If anything, it's going to give us knowledge. I'm just scared of the implications. Because if the creature and the narrator are at odds with each other, maybe the long quiet has control over whether he appears in the next loop. Because if he doesn't appear in the next loop, then I don't know. I have a feeling. Okay. But that's just according to my theory. I can't act based on that. So I think I'm going to ask her about it. Technically, eldritch creatures can be malicious or good. We don't know at this point. That's true, but the long quiet is implying that I make that choice. And I don't trust myself. I don't think one person should ever make that choice. Yeah, Hope Core. Hope Core. Good aligned eldritch horrors. Okay. Alright, let's see. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Interesting. We don't know. I don't know that he lives in the spaces beyond. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. Wait, how do we know that he does? But you're going to keep that to yourself. Oh, shit! Yo, all of this is in, all of this is in quotes as if you're speaking to her. This one is not responding to her. Ooh. Ooh, see, the implications of this are concerning to me. This is crazy. Speaking of Hope Core, we rate dogs weekly. Top 5 dogs are some of the best videos I get on TikTok. I would love to go there. That sounds great. Yeah, the character knows, basically. Okay, your character knows. Gut instinct, probably. I was gonna say that as well. Yeah, probably just a gut instinct that, like, we just know. So the narrator lives in the spaces beyond, so he's like another god of some kind, which is, again, kind of matching into my theory, but the vessels are empty. The vessels don't have narrators. Only I have narrators and other voices in my head. But the implications of this, of me keeping this to myself, is that telling her this might not be a good choice. Not choice as in... Not good as in, like, a real good choice, because there are no good choices in this game. Like, there's only different choices. But I think the implication is that maybe keeping this to myself is a good thing, and that is my gut instinct. But I'm gonna check that impulse and remember that we are treating this creature with openness. If we are going to risk loosing this creature on the world, we have to treat it with openness. Because then it must know that communication is a good skill to have in the world. Okay. And I want answers from him, but I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So I'll just say this. He does. And I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. This is my gut, though. If you want, by the way, I recommend saving after getting chapter 1 to the last chapter. Sure. Okay, I can do that. Maybe we can find out, like, different endings. I don't think I'm going to find different endings on this stream. I very much respect the idea of, like, my run is, like, the run is the run, you know? So yeah, he does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Shit. Okay. If this is your last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Yeah, that's also a good option. Okay. When you do start learning about routes/endings outside of stream, please feel free to talk about it on Discord. I'd love to talk about them. Yes. No, don't worry. I will. So in the Discord, which if you're not part of, you should join, for a community of fun friends that learn about empathy and being better people. And we do that through the medium of hobbies. We use hobbies to teach things to each other, and that's great. So if you, so if we want to, when I'm finished this game, I will discuss other endings that I've found in the Discord. So yeah, stay tuned for that if I go back and do more. I know it's an explore option, but I don't know if I feel like this will just have the same option as waiting forever, so I think I'm good. But here's the thing. This has always been here, and I don't want to pretend like it's not been a choice. This has always been a choice. At this point, do we just refuse to play? I feel like the game would just end at that point, right? So at this point, I'm going to save. Because I want to know what happens there. But for now, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
I'll get to look in the mirror and know.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Can we maybe recommend you routes when you're done with the game on Discord? I would love that. Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be great. I would love to check out some of the other things that I haven't done yet. Hello, Alex. Good morning. And here we go. The final route. Everything goes dark. And you die. Bring the prisoner to her. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
It's kind of sad. This is the last.
At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
This is the last time we're gonna do this. Can we have the Slay the Princess channel for discussion? Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah. Let me make one quickly. Let me go to, I'll put it in, I'm gonna put it in good media literacy. Because this is a game and it's media we're discussing. So, if you are part of, hang on, where is Ember? Are you also a media discusser? Oh, Ember's not a media discusser. Okay. So here's, I think, maybe not in good media literacy then. I think I will, I'll put it in the everyone tab. Yeah. I'll put it in the everyone tab. Going on a trip, so signal might cut out at some point, but glad I was here at least for a bit. I'm glad you were here too, Artcaster. Thank you for being around. I appreciate that. So far, we asked the Long Quiet if her or the princesses had a narrator, and they said they didn't. Yeah. I can give myself the role if needed. No, I'm just, I'm not sure about this stuff. It all relates to this idea that I have about merging some of the things and just having the roles be indicators of interest rather than actually unlocking parts of the server. I'm thinking of merging all the server like categories into one without being super messy. So yeah, maybe. We'll think about it. I do think it fits best in media discussion though. Yeah, so I'm putting it in good media literacy. If you don't have the media discusser tab, go and get it in role selections. And then we can do it. Slay the princess. Create. Okay. So if you're part of media discussions, then you can... If you're not part of media discussions, then go to the important stuff category, click role selection, click media discusser, you'll get the role, and you can go straight into Slay the Princess. Here we go.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Excuse me. Okay. Do you have anything specific you want to do for this one? I don't know yet, because I still have to kind of remember what I've done for the last ones. So we're still thinking about it. Okay. I think we're gonna keep going. This is the last run. We're gonna go back to how we did it in the beginning. Just silently continue to the cabin, because we already know what he's gonna say here.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yes,
the interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
We can place
the air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm feeling a full circle moment. I'm sensing a return to the start, in which case I will not be taking the blade. I will be going down with open intentions.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
The same visual cues, the same narrative cues as well, like how the narrator continues to describe things in a different way, but also there are some anchors that he uses, like slaying her is probably doing her a favor based on, however, no matter what the basement looks like, it's always the same. And I think that's very interesting, because the narrator has talked about before how he follows a certain set of rules, and I think part of those rules might be you have to describe things like this, which I think is very interesting.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
This is another anchor. He usually describes her voice in some sort of personified way.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's what I figured. We're gonna get her because we are not taking the blade.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
I also think that the voice of the hero is a patriarchal trope that we should remember. He's often talking about how we're supposed to be saving the princess and stuff. He is a good person at heart. I'm feeling like he wants to do the right thing and make the right choice. But he's still also a trope for sure. We've tried not going to the cabin, stranger. We've tried not bringing the knife and being nice to her and freeing her. We've tried being forced to kill her by the narrator after trying to save her, which is the witch. We've tried bringing her the knife and being nice to her and resisting the narrator, prisoner. That's all the ones we've done so far. Yeah. So I'm wondering if there are... I don't want to have to slay the princess. I would like to try anything except that. So let's see.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Also, by the way, I just realized that I didn't save, which I will now. But if we wanted to go back and pick up the knife, I want to do this as well. We've got it here, so it's okay. The save is here. I want to get this game because I want to see all these different routes. Dude, there must be so many. Okay. Yeah, same thing. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
I can't get the thorn again, should I? Like, can I? Like, once you have one of the princesses, that's it, right?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
We know about the other chain. Jesus. The other chain. We tried the other chain. It wrapped around our neck when we were with the prisoner, and we waited with her. This was awesome. I really found that interesting. I wonder if there's going to be an option to interact with the chain here, because the other voice before told us about it.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
Yeah, see, naive, like, himbo trope, for sure. Yeah, that's true. We did forget. We did forget. The long quiet makes us forget. They're about to come out with the main part of the Pristine Cut DLC, which adds even more content. Oh my god.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Yeah, hold on. Let's chat a bit.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
There are 9 chapter 2s and I think 18 chapter 3s. We've only ever done chapter 2s. What do you mean? We've never been to another chapter 3. That's crazy. Wow. That's insane. That's insane.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Sure thing.
Is Princess her name or her title?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I love this because it sounds like she's got really annoyed by that.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself.
Stop.
Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
I hate it. I hate it. The narrative bugs me, man. Oh no, you have to. You have to retrieve the blade. Oh my god, there's nothing we can do! What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Instead of assuming, just say, just let her talk.
She knows what she'd do.
You're also
She's just
assuming.
searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Just let her talk.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
This is a very interesting thing because I haven't said anything about ending the world or her being bad or anything like that. So her just jumping to this is a big little warning sign going off in my head. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Blow it out your ass. I don't like him. Okay. Ah, God, I just... Okay. Yeah, what have you been eating? We've asked this already before, but I just want to get all the explore options out.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Yeah, apparently you're supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
And I think remaining silent is what we've done before. So I think... I was hoping you would... I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
See, this is about my theory, right? So this is my theory here is, remember, according to my theory, this would mean that the narrator can't tell us what the truth is, because if he did, as soon as he tells us about the long quiet arrives. I have a feeling that happens. Like, as soon as we get closer to the long quiet, as soon as it gets invoked, it's just here, and then the narrator goes away. I think he needs to basically condition us to slaying the princess.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Okay.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
I mean, yeah, it is. This is a super messed up situation. I'm absolutely in agreement.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Yeah. How about this? I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company?
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
No, I also liked it. We get to learn stuff and then, I don't know, maybe we don't
One way or
have to
another,
kill.
I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
It's still creepy. Every single time, it's creepy. Oh, dude, it's so, like, how she changes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, we made her mad.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Princess, oh no, we have to retrieve the blade! No! I don't want to do it!
Thank you.
Oh, we don't have a choice! We have done everything we can to spare her. Everything we can.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going?
Oh!
You can't just leave me here.
Are we gonna get the nightmare again? Wait, it doesn't feel like we will, right?
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
Is the door gonna slam shut? No?
You
Okay, we
rush
got
up
this.
to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Are we gonna get the nightmare again?
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Yeah, I don't know if we can actually get the nightmare, but let's see. Let's see.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Oh no, we're gonna see the hand again, right? We're gonna see the hand again.
Where
Yep.
the princess sat
She's
only
got
a
out of
moment
it.
ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Oh God.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you. It's just us down here.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Now, when we investigated the arm, we saw her run for the door. But this time we've closed the door and it's been locked. Should we investigate the arm this time? Or should we just... yeah. I feel like the arm is bait, right? Like, we'll just... I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
Oh, no. I feel like that cat, those cat videos, just going, no.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Oh, no.
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Yeah, that's not good. Whoa, okay, what do we do? Yeah, I don't think that falling asleep is a good idea. Maybe venture into the shadows? I don't even know if I want to do that, though! Also, that's the long quiet over there. Look at that. Look. It arrived in the right. Wait, if we keep waiting, the long quiet will just arrive? Whoa. If we fall asleep. Yo! Whoa. Hang on, if we keep waiting, the long quiet arrives? That would be phenomenal. Ooh, I'm confused. I'm conflicted. Okay, for those of you in chat, I don't want to know what happens after what I do. I want to know what you think would be cool here. What would you think would be a natural narrative moment here for us? It would be pretty natural to venture on, right? Since we, like, snap ourselves awake, right? Oh, that's always been the background for the text? Oh, okay. Well, no, it's good. Don't worry. You're not spoiling anything. I think it's good to point out stuff like that so that I don't, like turn myself around in circles by theory crafting for things that aren't there. So what do we do? What do we do? I will... I guess I'm gonna keep going. I guess we gotta... No, you know what? No. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep waiting. We're gonna keep waiting her out. I will not give her the satisfaction of tormenting me. I'm still just waiting. Here we go.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers.
That's true.
You barely even realize that you've started to drift off.
Sorry, I didn't do a poll.
Tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Oh God, she's tearing me apart, Lisa.
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Okay.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, this is fine. Because again, I am happy. Because every single route so far, we have refrained from slaying her. Refrained. Not once have we slayed her. And that is fantastic for me. Because I'm trying to show, in a meta-analysis, I'm trying to show this creature that slaying is never the answer here. Which is great. So I'm happy to do this. The beast?
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Quick question. What voice do we get for this? I'm very interested.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. She's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
I love how... Oh! Very interesting hypocrisy, narrator. This is a very interesting double standard that I think is a good teaching moment for everyone. A very common expression, particularly used in politics, to try to get you to hate something without thinking about it much. By communicating this idea, and I'm going to give the saying first, the enemy is both strong and weak at the same time. This shall we say, this idea, this mantra, I suppose, is communicated as a way to propagandize people against an idea or against a people, against a group of people, against countries, by putting that idea forward. I wonder if you've ever heard of, if you've ever heard someone in a position of power wherever you live saying something about their enemy at different times, where one time they talk about how they're very strong and we need to protect ourselves from them all the time because they are infiltrating our society. And then in a different way, they will also say, in a completely different time, they will also say, this group is so weak, they're not even worth our effort, like, you know, whatever. They're very weak, so we will obviously prevail. So which is it, person in power? Is it they're so weak that we will always prevail, or is it that they're actually very strong and scary and we need to constantly fight against them? If they were so weak, why do we have to keep, like, fighting, right? Why can't we just let them try and then see what happens? Because if they're so weak, they'll be defeated anyway, according to you. That's what this is called. It's called the enemy is both strong and weak at the same time. The narrator is communicating that idea pretty clearly here, showing us that the princess is very powerful and scary and we've got to slay her without thinking about it, but also, don't worry, you're strong, you're courageous, you could do it, she ain't shit. And it's very interesting. It's good to think about. This is one of the main ways that someone will manipulate you into hating a certain type of person or a certain group of people. It's used against marginalized groups, and it's used against countries that occupy economic positions that are different from ours all the time, every day, like all the time. So yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, the narrator's Nigel Farage on his off day. Okay. Yeah, Keir Starmer is a weak leader. Don't surrender to the Labour supermajority. Rishi Sunak flip-flop between these two talking points constantly the last 6 weeks. Yes. So, my opponent is weak and easily defeated, but also we must never stop fighting. It's like, but if they're so weak, then why fight? Because apparently it's not worth it, right?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, okay, we're gonna get the voice. Let's get the voice.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
The voice of the hunted? Yo!
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
That's crazy. Okay, why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different...
Okay,
Let's
blah, blah,
say
blah.
You died last time.
Blah, blah, blah.
We did our best with the information we were given, and yet you still died, didn't you? And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical, if it's the latter,
we've
what do you think happened after you died?
Again, if I ever skip things, it's because we've heard them already.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? All the more reason to keep our wits about us. Should we even return to the cabin? We could find a safe little hole somewhere instead.
So the voice of the hunted represents our fear.
You have to go to the cabin. If you don't slay the princess, she's going to end the world, which you're always going to be a part of, even if you're cowering in a hole. There's no escaping your responsibility here.
Dang, Rishi said that and Keir still opened his speech the way he did. He may be a twat, but at least he knows be publicly respectful. You're not trapped here is wild from the guy locking the door. Yeah, true! True! Yeah. Alright. I guess we go. Well, let's talk about the princess.
Just
maybe.
be quick about it.
Yeah, so she killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? Wait. Yeah.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me.
Okay, she killed me by ripping me to pieces. Don't get me wrong, I hated it, but how can someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust...
Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Special can mean all sorts of things. Don't let it make you careless. We need clear thoughts and pricked ears.
I agree.
I've told you everything you need to know. If you want us to stand a chance against her, not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all. You're afraid, aren't you? Just like us.
Oh, good instinct, hunted.
Of course I'm afraid. Fear is an extremely normal thing to feel when the fate of the entire world is at stake.
The chosen one.
But that's not the only thing you're afraid of. You're scared of something worse.
The hunted nose. Oh, shit! Okay. This is awesome. I love that every voice seems to unravel the loop in its own way, based on its personality. It gives us information about the long quiet. It has some kind of insight into the real truth of what's going on, but it can only communicate that insight based on the personality that it has. I think that is fantastic.
Stop projecting your neuroses onto me and just get to the cabin already.
See, I would call the hunted just scared, like there is something worse. I mean, you don't know that, but we do know that, so that's why I'm saying that. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind...
Turn around and leave. No, we'll proceed. Okay, here we go.
A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
That's a bit pseudo-deep, hunted. Just putting it out there.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Alright, so what makes me... it makes me feel like that this cabin, the inside of the cabin is going to be a cage.
Maybe.
Let's go. Maybe a cage? I don't know.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated.
Interesting.
It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So like a dilapidated cabin in the woods kind of thing. Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Don't forget about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
See, this is the thing. I know the narrator always says that he doesn't know about the mirror, and we've accused him of lying to us before about the mirror. I still don't know definitively whether he actually can see the mirror or not, because remember, he's then come clean at the end of The Prisoner, I think, and told us that there are rules that he has to follow. Maybe one of the rules is never tell them about the mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
But we've already learned that he has seen what's already happened. Well, at least he knows about it. He knows that it's a possibility. So maybe he is lying about the mirror. Interesting.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Preening again? This whole cabin is different from the last time.
Very different. I wonder why. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
Blah, blah, blah.
So focus up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone.
Very interesting. Alright, people. There's a beast down there. That's what the chapter title's called. Do we go down with a blade? Or do we go in? Why am I always tempted to just go in without a blade? Why do I feel like just... I don't know. If I knew... So, what we know... is that the princess can tear us apart with her bare hands, and that she was feral last time. So if we're gonna assume that she is as she is every other loop, and that is the extreme form of whatever she was the last time she killed us, then we might need something we might need something to defend ourselves with. But again, I'm still just happy to just go down without it, because yeah, I don't know. She could also, you know, when someone who is feral like that sees a weapon, they might go, I'm dead and I should kill or be killed, you know? So maybe, yeah, I'm like Baron, I'm feeling if we go in unarmed, maybe the thing can see that we're not an active threat. I don't know. Welcome back, Taters. Basically, we just did the, yeah, pacifist run. That's what I'm feeling. I do like unarmed as well. Okay, alright, we'll go in unarmed. We know that he knows it's a possibility for you've already tried. We don't know if he has memories of previous tries. That's true. That's true. Alright, here we go. We're not taking the blade. We're not taking the blade. Again, we will not be a threat. If we can possibly help it, we will not be a threat.
No steel claw? Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
Then that's her choice to make. But we will not be forcing her hand. She will be actively choosing. And that, everyone watching, is the point. The point of my run here is, as I've done with every other choice, I have let the princess have autonomy here. I have let her make choices that respond to my actions and my words sometimes, but most of the time I've been free of active violence against her. It's always been her. And I like it that way. I think that gives us the most accurate depiction of what the princess could be, how she can self-actualize on her own without me, like, you know, sort of messing it up. Also, yeah, steel claw is a fun way to say that. Okay, that's convinced me of the bird thing you picked up with preen. There's zero reason to call it a steel claw. Bro, that's so true, actually! Steel claw, preen, feathers. Are we a bird monster?
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Here we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Okay, what is the voice gonna do? What is the voice gonna do?
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Same cue?
She growls up the stairs.
Oh. Okay, now we get to see how the voice actor delivers this line. This is going to be potentially terrifying.
I can smell you.
Ah! I can smell you. I'm creeping around right now. You just can't see me. Because I've evolved into invisibility. If you guys don't know that video, it's such a classic. Please go watch Morgan Freeman's. It's Cnanners. Cnanners is a gaming channel. He's one of the older, like, classic gaming channels on YouTube, and he played with another guy called Max, who does, like, impressions, and he did a Morgan Freeman impression with a monster. It's very funny. Okay, here we go.
She sounds almost feral.
Yep, feral. Again, open up with a good old, what's up?
Impatient. Or maybe eager. You
No.
carefully make your way down the stairs.
We can do this.
The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides,
That's
seemingly
cool.
the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
That's cool as hell. Alright, what's different? Chain is still there. Chain is still wrapped around her, we're pretty sure. But this casts a much sharper light, almost the light of shadows from a top-facing window, leads to their... That looks almost like claw marks coming down the wall, which makes a lot of sense for the beast. Obviously, this whole thing is painted like a jungle. I love that it's on the top, which is very much how you would keep an animal locked up if it was a dangerous animal. People used to do this for, like, suspected werewolves and things. And then also furry alert, I guess. This is definitely going to be a furry alert. Yeah, oh, dirt floor. Yes, yes, yes. Very cool, very cool.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Bro, she's right here. What do you mean?
You see
we
only
already
a
had the
flash
witch,
of the
that's true.
princess before she scurries away into the
There you go.
underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Yeah, see?
Remember, she's just a princess.
Brother, she is a feral monster.
She is certainly not just a princess.
There might be a jump scare warning. If she is stalking us, I have a feeling.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Oh, look, she's right there. Ooh, I don't like that.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling.
Fledgling?
You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Fledgling is another bird metaphor. What? Fledgling is a young bird. Okay, we're a bird. We're a bird. It's absolutely, like, we are obviously a bird. Feather, preening, fledgling, steel claw. Frickin' incredible. Also, you're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. What have we learned about the princess is that she self-actualizes in some of the most, kind of the most intense way of whatever she did when she was there with us last. If she tore us apart, that gave her all the power. But when we saw her before, she was in a position, or at least in a perceived position, of powerlessness. Her saying, I'm so much more than you, in this loop, feels like she's convincing herself. It feels like a... Yeah, maybe I'm overanalyzing it, but it feels like I want to be much more than you. I want to feel like I have more power here. I want to feel like the one who's stalking, because I felt like you were stalking me last time, and now it's my turn. That's what I feel like she's doing. Are we a flying type Pokemon? Yeah.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls
No,
you up.
no, 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 no. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Okay. Where? Yeah. Yeah. Let's just see the hunter. Let's say where. Because before we move, we're gonna go where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere? Okay. Let's... Yeah, Listen, we don't have to kill each other. I think if I say I can see right through you, that might play to her... That might antagonize her because she wants to be in power here. Oof. If I move, I might lose this option. But if I talk, she might kill me. Okay. We don't have to kill each other, you know that, right?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something in
Jesus!
lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Are we dead already? Really? Did I make the wrong choice?
She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain.
I should have
You are devoured.
moved! I should have listened to the voice!
I guess that's it then, isn't it?
That was creepy.
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
What?
You are in a dark and caustic place.
Oh,
A thick,
God!
fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface
Forewarning!
impossible to grip. your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Oh, God! Oh, I'm being swallowed! Alright, so I have a friend who has a real, like, vor is one of his triggers. He does not like it. It is awful for him. And we tease him about it a lot. It's very funny. It's not, obviously, it's not in that sense, like, it's not in the sense that, like, we torment him. We stop if he asks us to, but it's very much one of those, like, oh, God. It's just one of those teasing moments. We've been vored.
You spoke when you needed to act.
That's true. That's true. I did do too much speaking. I think I'm being called out here for being too wordy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of being gurgled. Like, I don't feel like being in a stomach is a good thing.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Whoa. So that's her powerlessness, right? Too neurodivergent for the beast. That called me out very specifically. But also, but here's the thing though, moving in my head also made sense. I just went with talking because I'm always going to be someone who talks. But honestly, I should have. I should have trusted my gut. My gut told me to move. My gut told me to move. And if the hunted tells me to move, I should have done it. And I think this is my first, like, proper regret. I definitely should have moved. Yeah, if I'm not analyzing everything and not like, yeah, then it's not me, you know?
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about.
Oh, I don't like this.
Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Oh, shit.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Is she breaking her chain?
Her chains. She's loose.
Yeah.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
This is the first time we've heard what she did after you died. Yeah, she's never been this specific. It's very important. Very important to know. So the door has some kind of magic on it that stops whatever she is from interacting with it, so she tried to use another being to loophole the magic. Yeah, she tried to, like, put my skin on her and then try to get out. But it didn't work.
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
That's hilarious! She swallowed me so that she can get out with me inside her. That's crazy. Oh, that's funny. I mean, look, points for creativity, right? If you can get out before the stomach acids dissolve me, then sure.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Yeah, like, how does that work?
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
You know what's interesting is that if we like, If we took the blade and then we got into the situation, I feel like we could have cut ourselves out. That's very interesting. I excuse the vor in this game for it being very cool narratively. Yeah.
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
If it's an explore... Can you talk to the cabin? Yeah, you could have asked me before swallowing me alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
So we've spoken about how this is a lie when it comes to people. But I think we're long past the point of people in this case. And we should have treated her more like a feral creature. And I should have moved. That's why we're in this situation. Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Ow. You didn't have to be so specific. Ow. I don't know, man. Asking questions that then let you listen to answers is pretty helpful. That's what I think. She's right, though. In a way, she is right. Listening is very important, and sometimes talking is... Sometimes there's a time to not talk. And I often miss that time. When we play these sorts of games, I'll always want to talk first. And I think it does kind of... It does bite me when we play this. And here we are. It is biting me. Yeah, she's roasting me, man. Oh, the sounds. I feel like I should note that, I mean, it's just a casual watching a show kind of way. I've watched so many cartoons and anime that I'm desensitized to most things. Oh boy. Okay.
Your body is violently rustled, the disruption causing
we're
burning
melting!
skin to slot from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
Can't get out, can you?
The cage is still locked.
Yep.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try get out. We're gonna try get out because we're gonna die. And I don't want to die before talking to her, so we're gonna try.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Claw and bite again! I feel like... The cabin is the narrator? Maybe. Maybe the cabin is the narrator. We're gonna try again. We're gonna try again before we die. We're just gonna keep going.
Again you tear, heart pumping with adrenaline, your ulcerating hands a blur of feverish motion fueled by the desperation to fight against being reduced to lifeless molecules and meat.
We're burned!
But
Are we
will
dead?
can never truly
Yeah, we're
exceed
dead.
the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
Yeah, my eyes melted. That's
What
nice.
little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 3? Our second chapter 3.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end, but something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! Yeah, also, Alfred, you're right. I think if we started clawing from the beginning, then we could have made it out, but we tried to talk again. That one punished us, for sure. The beast punishes, like, my specific strategy, which I think is very interesting. I was not adaptive enough, and it is kind of making me feel not good. Okay. Yeah, we died inside the princess, so, now we are the princess? And also, this sounds like the long quiet, so I don't know.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
Okay. Maybe I'm not sad about this anymore, because if this means we get to learn more about the narrator, then talking works. It works! Just not in the ways we intended.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Yo.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
I agree with Alex, this looks like a nervous system. Yeah, we're looking inside things now. Just like, because we died inside the princess, so we're looking from the inside now.
Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
The long quiet and the narrator. Oh my god. It makes sense as the roots and trees in a forest are a lot like a nervous system. Yes, they are.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Interesting. My theory is being validated, by the way. My theory is being validated. Oh, are you here? Oh, you're here. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. We're listening to the princess being our voice. I don't know where the voice is. I don't know where the voice of the hunted is, though. We don't know if this is the long quiet. It just says the princess. No, it sounds like the long quiet. But yeah, no, I know. We don't know that it's the long quiet. But this is as close to the long quiet as we could get.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one. But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore.
The voice of the broken. Damn.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better?
God, is this final run just the depression run? The two voices we have are just very down. God.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
I always love stories about things that live in the corner of the eye because it's always got at least one line written like this. Yeah, this is big sad.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
I love the okay at the end. Yeah, we get to learn about the narrator now. What is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
Shut up! I'm listening to the princess.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
Yeah. Something happens. My theory is being validated slowly but surely. I feel like the narrator is one of the lovers here. Maybe it's a scorned lover. Maybe the narrator doesn't understand the long quiet, and so he tries to bring it out with these constant loops of me hurting the princess, so that maybe the long quiet can see how she's hurt him. And I'm running away with myself, but you know, this is kind of what's happening in my head. The Beast of the Wild can have a ton of different new voices besides the broken, depending on your choices, which is fun. That sounds very interesting. Or the narrator creates the long quiet? Ooh, not a bad theory.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
You're still the only one. You're still the only one telling me this, man. Wow. Oh, you can do nothing? Yo, you can just kind of let it happen. Okay, I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him? Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do I do? I feel like I can't do much of anything right now. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being this. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it? Whatever we are right now is an abomination. I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me, and you're supposed to be something that isn't me. Okay, you narrator, how do I stop her or do nothing? I'm not gonna do nothing here. I think yeah. Oof, this is crazy. Okay, so... Yo, why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster?
We can't go back to that.
Ah!
We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Ah!
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I would like to crawl up into the fetal position. This is very scary.
I can feel a thumping.
I'm uncomfy.
A heartbeat.
Yeah, this is very uncomfy.
Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Ah! Whoa. Gaze at the terror in your heart or bury it now before it's too late. We don't bury emotions, children. We confront them. We stare into the abyss. We see what happens. Here we go. We gaze. We gaze.
Please,
I'm uncomfortable.
don't make us remember how I was.
I'm sorry, princess.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember
Oh
it now.
no.
I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
Oh.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Yo!
Don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Oh, shit. Look, there's the cabin. That's the hill up to the cabin. Also, the achievement I got is the wound. Some tears can never be mended. Ugh! God, the sound!
A cabin comes into being among the trees.
I don't.
It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
What?
The cabin ate me? Huh? Oh, God. I like how the hero and the broken sounded very similar before the princess started panicking. The way, yeah, for sure. God, we got vored by everyone this run. Also, rip traumatized princess. I don't think that solving the princess's trauma is staying here in this little thing. You gotta break out of it.
And then you find yourself, blade
Oh.
in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Okay. What? How crazy is it that this is the final run? How crazy is
Can
it
you-
that this is like the last thing we have to do? Yes.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine if you'd got this one like first or second or something?
Dude.
Like, really early on?
Yo, this would have freaked me out, yeah.
This really
This-
just feels like what we've been building to versus.
Yeah. It feels like this run has made narrative sense. Like, I feel like we've told a complete story that doesn't feel jarring at all. I don't know. This is very cool.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
I mean, that'll tear your heart right out. Yo, no pun intended. Okay, remember, the voices that we develop are intense copies of whatever happens as based on how the princess kills us last time, or how we act last time. But it always and invariably, you can go back and check this because I'm pretty sure I'm right, it always comes back to her reflecting the voice that arrives. So, for example, for the damsel, we have the smitten. But then she ends up being completely smitten and saying, you know, I'll do whatever you want. I just want you to be happy. Then we have the prisoner who gives us the skeptic. And the princess keeps her cards close to her chest. She is skeptical of us. She also adopts the attitude of the voice that we have. The voice of the hunted. The beast is the hunter, but only because she herself is scared and feels like the cabin is hunting her. So she is also, in a way, the hunted. And every other loop, I'm pretty sure this has happened. And true to form, here we have the broken. Here we go.
We're just like her, and she's just like us. We never should
there
have
you go.
left her. I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
This would be
Ooh,
such
you don't
a
have
cool. This would be such a cool narrative feeling, like to right at the end just play the game, be like roll credits, and then stab her. I feel like as long as you're sticking to one idea every loop, it'll all feel pretty good narratively. That's true. That's true. There's a few others that could have worked similarly in terms of how much info they reveal and or how much unique stuff happens, but this is absolutely a fun one. And her legs turn into the tree. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I guess you could say she has some tree trunk thighs. Thick thighs save lives, correct. Yeah, Stranger and Contrarian. Yeah, well, I think, yeah, for Stranger we had Contrarian, yeah. I never wanted to kill you. Not really. But we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. And we will cut her free.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
Try and stop me, bitch!
And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it. You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever.
Oh.
Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here. I think we are happy, actually. We might not be a part of her, but being around her is almost the same. Almost.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Now, if that's not a line that summarizes this entire playthrough, then I don't know what is. Princess, our powers of forgiveness and mercy grow wide and deep. Let's go meet the Long Dark and hope that she learned that as well.
It's so cold without you.
Here we go. Also, this is the first time that it gets taken from us. Like, we hold her and then it gets taken away. But you don't get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. Wait, I'm not going to, though. It's not the end.
Yeah.
Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice. A mercy.
This was a depresso run. Holy shit.
Yep.
Oh. The Wild is one of these examples of the type of writing I love, where this game leans into, and I like that they keep it rare, so it's extra cool when it happens, yeah. Here we go. For the last time, you approach the mirror. What do we look like? What do we look like? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always, makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it.
What?
You are nothing at all. Oh, baby. Oh! 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 We're a bird! Yes! I knew it! But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Yo! We found him! He's still... Wait, he can talk? Oh, you lying fucker! Oh my god! Oh, I'm so mad at you! Oh, shit! Yo! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Oh shit, things are breaking! Things are breaking! Oh god! And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh no! Oh, there's an eye! Their eyes and teeth and feathers and shit. Oh!
God.
What the shit? Oh, God.
I hate it.
We are a bird creature because the narrator's the bird. Are we the narrator's servant? And we've... Oh, it flickers as well. Look at the flickering.
Oh,
Yeah,
when they blink.
He blinking.
It's blinking.
He doing a blink.
Oh, I don't like it.
Oh, God. Oh, hey, Arglak. MJ found a Phasmo-inspired game that scared me more than Phasmo itself in VR named Forewarned. I was terrified. Forewarned? Is that on Steam? That sounds like something I would like to, scare myself with. Forewarned. I will wishlist it. And I'll go look at it later. For now, let's keep going. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it?
Oh,
you needed
God.
help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Okay. Let's quickly have a chat. What is the price of knowledge? I find that Eldritch Horror has one main thread throughout it, right? It's the unknowable. But really, it's not really the unknowable. It's something deeper than that. From what I have experienced and seen about Eldritch Horror, the genre relies on the world staying sane so long as things stay unknowable. The more you learn, the worse it gets. And sometimes the higher the price you pay. And this line is an homage to that, and it highlights the Eldritch Horror that we've been playing now, which is what this is. This is as eldritch as it gets. And again, this is highlighting that line, that one great thread of Eldritch horror, and that is that the more you seek to know the unknowable, the higher price you pay, and the worse things get. Oh, God. Every time we've gone to a chapter 2, we have doomed another world. Holy shit. He was right in the beginning. The thing is, an objective voice doesn't matter if we don't know that it's objective. That's the point, and I don't think you should ever find someone who is just willing to follow blindly. Following blindly is never okay. I can't think of a single exception to that rule. So it's like you're setting us up for failure by nature. Yeah, not enough worlds. Okay. Ah, Jesus. That's very loud.
Ugh.
Oh, oh, God, there's so many questions!
So many questions.
Okay, we have to choose really... Okay, he's gonna disappear. So... Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Okay, so now we need to analyze these questions. We cannot choose all of them. You're right. And I knew this already, so don't worry about it. I think we get 2 more. I'm going to say we probably get 2 more. Good things come in threes. Just like the beast, I have a feeling we get 2 more. We have to choose these. This is a good question. This is also a good question. And I feel like this, if you're not me, then what are you, is possibly a better question than this one. Because it asks the same thing. It just assumes that if you're not me. And I think this is a waste of a question if we say, are you something like me? We can just be like, if you're not me, then what are you? And then he gets to tell us. So that's a good, excuse me, that's a good question. This is a waste. This is a panic. This is a panic question. This is not a question at all. We will waste it. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? Doesn't matter. If we want information, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, will it help if I look away? We can't risk that. So this is also a nothing question. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Just having this here is enough, like, to tell us. We don't have to confirm it with him. We can already kind of figure that out. Are you a part of me or are you something else? This is a good question. Except it is also very similar to this. So I think if you're not me, then what are you is going to be the first question we ask. I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? This is also a good question. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? Pretty obvious that we weren't. What is this place? Where are we? This is also a good question. So I think there are 3 questions that we really could ask, and I'm banking on us only being able to ask 2 of them. So let's see.
So which one do you think gives the best answers?
Interesting. This explains so much, though. This also explains why he refuses to acknowledge the mirror. Because if we acknowledge it too much, we'll see him over our shoulder, which is something we're not supposed to see. Like, he doesn't want us to see the mirror.
I literally said that.
Oh, you said that? Wait, so this is why...
Yeah, I literally said that.
Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Okay, I could tell you knew that I was just putting it into words. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. It's heavily implied from the questions and the mirror pieces disappearing. He could also not be just one normal Earth creature. Could be based mainly on one, but not be fully just like that. That's true. That's true. I won't say how many you can ask since you want to be blind. Good luck, gamer. That's me. I want to be blind. Let's go. I am going to... Yeah, I want the truth. But let's say if we only have 1 question left, I want what are you?
I want to know where we are.
Where you are?
Really? Yeah.
Okay, sure.
What is this place? Where are we?
Where
that
are
feels
we?
Important.
Where are we?
Where are you?
Where are you?
A construct.
We're in a construct.
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through.
Vindication! Yes! Oh! My theory! I knew he was the god here. I knew he was in charge. He is aware of the long quiet. Of course he is. This is so good! Good question, Taters.
The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
Okay.
Interesting.
But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh boy. Oh! Okay. Oh, okay, we got new questions. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? Damn. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Okay. If you're not me, then what are you? I think what are you is also a good question. I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? That's also a good question. Also,
Might have a similar answer.
I'm thinking of saving here so that we can ask more questions later on. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me? I feel like he already told us in The Prisoner why he lied.
Alfred. Hi.
Oh, Alfred is here. Hi. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? And what is my true identity? Oh, shit. Okay.
See, wanting to know what you're...
We only have
They're
a couple
all
questions
good.
left.
I don't-
They're all these are all good questions.
I think you get 2 more. But that's
I would
like
say-
fully a guess.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
2 more.
Based on how many parts of the mirror are going away, maybe 3 more.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, and then it'll be done.
Oh, maybe.
5 questions in total. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? I don't want to be confrontational. Like, after everything you've
Yeah.
done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? What are you? I think if you're not me, then what are you might be a good idea. I want to find out, like, what he is, because that might tell us why he's doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see if there's...
I bet the order changes things too.
The order
so
must
keep
change as
that-
well. Yeah. Okay. What is my true identity?
See, that one, that's the one I've been wondering this whole
Yeah.
time.
Okay, let's do it. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
It's me? I'm what? Huh?
Wait.
I'm what? Yo! The god I made? To rid
Wait.
the world of death? What the
I inhaled so
fuck?
hard that I choked.
You're both the long quiet the whole time. This was my first theory! That we were both
my God.
different versions of the princess. Yo! Oh, I'm in pieces. Oh my god. Okay. Focus up. Let's go. Oh god. Okay. So that's it. We're confirmed. We are everything here. But then what is this thing like? Wait,
Wait, he created you?
yeah, he created me to rid the world of death, but then why
Why kill
would
everybody?
why is this other part of the long quiet wanting me to wake her up and like actualize? Like, what's happening?
I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important.
Yeah, I agree. I also agree with this.
Yeah.
Okay, read each question carefully before choosing. Yeah, why would you want to rid the world? Yeah, why? The question... Okay, why is the most important question. So I think I'm going to ask that next. But, like, how am I supposed to rid the world of death? The people out there beyond the walls, do they know about this? What is the princess? Did you make her too? Are you a god or were you a god? So you do know about the looping. I've met you many times. Are you a part of me? I don't want to destroy you. A god, I always knew I was special. I don't want to be a god, I want to be me.
Did say you were special multiple times.
He did say I was special, yeah.
It's tough to be a god.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
There are so many questions.
It's so wild that he wanted you to rid the world of death by forcing you to kill her.
Yeah.
To, like, I don't know, probably try and show you death bad, don't do it. But also, like,
But I
you
haven't
full
killed her
on
once.
refused every
Like,
time. You've
I've
never won.
refused,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, why would you want to make sure you choose the... Okay, so there's two similar ones for the ridding of death, so if you want to ask that, make sure you choose the version you want. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure death is good like that, or why would you want to rid the world of death? What do you mean? Or how am I supposed to rid the world of death? That's... Oh.
Also good.
Also good.
Who cares about death? I've died plenty of times.
Scroll down more. Yeah. So...
Is
Do we
there
want-
something beyond destroy the mirror? No.
No. I think he's talking about either why
Let's
would
switch up.
you or how am I. Like... I want to know why he would want to rid the world of death. Why does the world not need death? It's if you're focusing on you or the narrator. Yeah, I want to focus on the narrator. We're learning more about him. I don't want to
Yeah.
know about... We know what I am. I'm the long quiet. That's fine. This is good. But... I also want to know about the princess. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you also make the princess? Yeah, let's ask this first. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
That's complicated. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. How are those two related? Yeah, so the narrator is dead. Maybe the narrator wants to get rid of death so that the narrator can come back.
Ooh.
The long quiet we know is actually called the shifting mound, yeah. So I'm the long quiet and she is the shifting mound. She is the capacity to change. She becomes that which others perceive her to be. Well, this is what's very interesting about it, because everything I've done has encouraged her to take action, all on her own. And she's become these different things, not because we perceive her to be that way, but because she's done things. Like, it's very interesting. We've let her make a lot of her own choices free of our, like, interference. Like, she's had a lot of autonomy in this run, which I think is very interesting, because then it leads for her to perceive herself as something, maybe. Which is very cool. And also, there's also the fact that this explains what happens when we take the blade or when we don't take the blade for the first time. In Chapter 1, if we take the blade, she becomes that which others perceive her to be. Taking the blade implies that she's a threat. So she speaks as though she's going to be a threat. But if we don't take the blade, we assume she's harmless, and so she appears to us as harmless when we first meet her. So that that's from the start. That, like, defines everything, which I think is very interesting. And because of her existence, the narrator had to die. She becomes what others perceive her to be. That last line right there makes the princess make a lot more sense in terms of the action she takes and the change in her visuals from chapter to chapter. He also calls himself an echo and says he can't perceive things the same way as people. So what's happening? Are you... I feel like something needs to click for me first.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Interesting. So it is slay the princess, huh? Those two lines of the narrator dying and becoming what she is perceived to be are not causational, by the way, if that seems like how I'm phrasing it. Yeah, I feel like he's wording it in that way. You are purposefully given a lot of information, yet not all of it from the question. Yeah, that's true. He's still holding back, which I think is very interesting. Okay, we're almost done. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? What are you? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Every time I ask you something, are you a part of me? Okay, right. Why couldn't you have told me all of this from the start? That's a good question. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Ooh. That's not a bad question. How did you die? That's a very good question as well. Why did you make her a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we stay here together and leave the people out there? We've already tried that. The people out there beyond the walls, do they know? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually.
Whoa.
We can't ask the how am I supposed to end the world anymore. So that's interesting. Oh, no. This is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it's hard.
I feel like I wasn't supposed to see all this, but that's not a question.
Yeah, this feels like
I mean, it is a question.
It feels like he'll just say yes, and then more of him will break off. How... Yeah, how did you die? How did you die? If she becomes what you will her to be, would you be able to will her out of existence? Probably my fucked sleep delirium. No, this is actually a question. You can actually ask. You can say here... Wait. Here. If I'm capable of becoming... If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Yeah. I want to know how he died. How did he die? It's perceive her to be. Ah, interesting. Good choice of words there, yeah. Okay, how did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Interesting.
Which explains the walls.
Okay.
But you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 more spots.
Yeah. I think if it's a piece of the mirror every time, we've got a couple more questions. So... Okay,
Ooh.
Why did you make her a princess? Yeah, what was your... Like, were you hoping to...
I like, are you a god, too?
Are you a god or were you a god? I think there's a question that says, what are you? Which I think is a more open question and allows him to answer better. So I think...
Yeah.
I think if we're going to ask him what he is, I'll ask like that.
No, I like the, why did you make her princess?
Yeah, let's ask about why did you make her a princess?
I didn't
I
make
like
her
the
a
other-
princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom.
The one about ants?
You chose for that something to be
Yeah.
a princess.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh.
You want the one about ants or soggy bread? Yeah, that's also a good one, too.
That was funny.
Yeah. Ember, I get the frustration, because at this point, like, the line between what you know and what I know is very blurred. Oh, God. Okay. We got a couple questions left.
I'm gonna guess 4.
Yeah. I feel like this is the last one that's gonna stay. Okay. If you're not me, then what are you?
I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Whoa! Okay, good. Good lore, good lore. So each narrator is an echo of the god that killed itself to create us. Okay, good lore. Good lore. We're getting...
That explains why it's almost like there's 2 different loops.
Yeah. This is good. This is good. I like that. I like that. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, each narrator for each chapter is different because it's each its own, and they've each got their own rules and stuff. They are aware that there are other loops, but they can't tell you about the other loops because that's the rule. Okay, very good. All right, what else? Okay. I wasn't... I chose to make her a princess? Yeah. Why couldn't I have made things easier and pick... I think it's because we perceive it's like our own perceptions or whatever. How... Yeah, why would you want to rid the world of death? Why?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Wow. Okay. Notice how he said dying, not death. Now bear in mind, for someone like this, who I'm assuming is some kind of godly creature, we don't know that he's a god, but let's assume for the argument's sake that he is. I would imagine that for a god, dying can be pretty scary, because maybe it takes a very long time. Maybe it's a very scary process filled with a lot of unknowns. Maybe if you are someone who is so powerful that you learn to know all that there is to be known, that the unknown is terrifying. But remember, that's not death. Death is the nothingness. Dying is the fear. And so we have a pretty awesome conclusion to the motivations of the narrator. A god scared of death. Scared of losing himself. Most people who are in this like mindset of like knowing everything there is to know, they have that one fear, and that is death. Dying, actually, but they think it's death. They fear the nothingness, because to be nothing is to give up your sense of self. And if your sense of self is so powerful and immovable, then it would be the biggest and most grand of horrors to die and to lose that sense of self. And so we have more the fallibility. The fallibility of gods, the fallibility of unknowable creatures, is that they are also subject to the same things that we are. And I think that that is quite cool. It's quite a comfort. We've seen this with the Reapers in Mass Effect. It's very, very cool. But you have died. You, like, melted to death. We've died a couple times, but not... But interestingly... Yeah, we do respawn, kind of. Yeah. If you can die, are you really a god? Welcome, Patrick. Lovely question to arrive to. And also, I don't think it matters. I don't think gods... Nothing can be undying. Everything must end. There cannot be a forever. Things end. That's what we know. That's like the law we know about the universe. Now, of course, I could be wrong. I know that there's more. There's so much more out there that I don't know, that I'm aware of. But
As far as we're aware, lobsters are functionally immortal.
but as far as I know, everything changes. Energy. The laws of energy state that it all changes form. Things die. Things get reborn. That's how it works. And there is peace in that. But many people who grow, in this sense, the eldritch horror that grows to god status, gets to know more and therefore be more scared of the unknown. Which I think is the point of this. Okay, here we go. 3 more questions. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion.
The narrator wants to take away death to deny not only himself from the fear of oblivion, but also the fear of everyone else.
When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
It's something we can empathize with. This is the number one thing that humans are afraid of. That and public speaking. But one of the most paralyzing fears that people have is of death, of losing your sense of self, of being nothing. When you really start to try and comprehend it, it speaks to a very deep fear. But the trick is, the patterns are always meant to be wiped from the sand. The patterns, and they never form nothing. They always just continue. It's this entropy, right? We return to energy. I think as long as your definition of God doesn't include undying and the God isn't an intangible, almost conceptual being, then yeah, gods can die. Yeah, I think it's just powerful beings, yeah. I think if I'm thinking of it as a concept, then no, concepts don't die. But yeah. Okay, 2 more.
There was one that said others like you.
Yeah. Others like you said, has every narrator really been different? I think that they have been. That they're different echoes of the same being. I want to know about the God thing. I also want to know... I'm pretty sure we have 2 questions left now. So... how am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
I think the comment or the question about you dying might be a good one, because he says that we haven't died.
What? Who cares about dying?
haven't.
I've died plenty of times. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Maybe we can find out about that, yeah. Okay, second last question. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Every time right before it actually, our life actually gets snuffed out, is we just
we
reawaken.
restart the loop, yeah. So we get close to death, but we never actually get there. Very interesting. Oh, and the achievement is Death of the Author. Run out of questions. And that's it.
Oh,
we have no more questions.
That was the last one.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Don't worry. I'm going to go back and go do the rest of them. But for this run, we're out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Oh, shit!
Whoa!
Yo! Give him the fear! Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her with a lie. He knows we can lie. It's fine. I think he knows. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. Say nothing and watch him end. Are we going to go back full circle? Are we just going to fold our arms and just be like...
Meh.
Bye. Yeah, now listen. I'm gonna be real honest here. I don't want death to end. Death is important. Things need to end. I don't think... I think there's one thing that for me that is worse than the fear of death. And I mean, I don't really fear death in the conceptual way that I feel about it. Maybe I will later if I get closer to it, but as a concept, I don't really fear it. I used to, but I just I feel like I've changed my perspective on it. But when I think about fears, there's something I fear infinitely more than death, and that is not death. Like never death. That sounds terrifying. Immortality sounds absolutely horrifying. I would rather have death 1,000,000 times over never dying.
So, about just
yeah, go on.
Okay, sorry. Just to add on to that, especially with what I had said in the chat too. In this series, Scythe, basically technology and the human race had advanced so far that they had figured out the technological key to immortality.
Okay.
People in this future do not die. And technology has advanced so far that they can come back from virtually anything.
Right.
To the point that it's just a fun pastime for people to throw themselves off the side of a building.
Yeah. And I mean, that sounds like that sounds like a natural progression, honestly. People would definitely push the limits of that. I find that horrifying. I find immortality horrifying. And personally, I don't have any plans to slay her, but I don't believe that this being deserves cruelty for this. I'm not necessarily angry with the narrator. I believe the narrator is doing what it believes is necessary with the knowledge that it has. And I will not cast judgment on it for that. Instead of giving him terror, no, I think he knows that we can lie. I think if he's close enough to read all of the other voices, I think lying is a pittance. But what I am gonna do is tell him I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna be honest right at the end. Because I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with yet, and this is mean, and I don't want to be mean. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. We still have someone to talk to that does not have a limited number of questions. So goodbye.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
It's really interesting because this is the last loop we have So he could have chosen to reveal himself at any point. And I think one of the questions I'm going to go back to first when we get here is, why didn't you tell me this from the beginning? Like, it could have been so much easier.
Right? Like, this whole time he was saying, like, oh, I want it to be an objective voice.
Yeah.
Like, you could have done that easily if you'd have just been honest instead of
Yeah.
all the lying.
Yeah.
I appreciate that here in his final moment, he's not pushing for you to go through with it.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
he
it's
is.
interesting.
He has done it before.
Well-
He's everything before has been like, you should slay the princess. But this,
Yeah.
at least when he goes, he's like, yeah, I can't convince you if I haven't convinced you by now, you know? Yeah, I agree. Could he have revealed himself before? Maybe we had to self-actualize along with the princess. Yeah, maybe it was only possible once we got to the end. Very interesting. Yeah, we saw this version of him when we looked at the mirror closer. And then the mirror shattered. Yeah, interesting. Maybe the mirror... Yeah, go on.
I think that's a great question for Ember to ask because... Oh shoot, I had it, now I forgot it. Oh, he said that there's rules.
Yeah.
So maybe
yeah.
couldn't, according
Yeah.
to the rules.
I think, yeah, maybe if he reveals himself, interesting. As soon as he reveals himself, he would be gone for good, and then we'd have to make a choice. And I think giving us all of this context is his ability of telling it. Because okay. Let's do a meta-analysis of what he's been trying to do. This whole time, he's been illustrating to us how horrible death is. He's been illustrating to us all the horribly creative things he could possibly do to kill us or to kill her. Her being the princess. And now, right at the end, he's choosing his moment to come clean about everything. I think he's decided in his head, if I do it too soon, they're not going to believe me. So if I give them a bunch of loops where at the end of it, the memory always returns, and then I reveal myself, hopefully they will understand more about what I'm trying to do because they've experienced it themselves. And I think that's interesting. Oh God, I am back. Can't watch this live, gotta rewind. I'll see you all at Discord to discuss there. Okay, Artcaster. I'm sorry you couldn't be here for the main bit. But yeah, you can watch the VOD as well.
Maybe the narrator didn't want to actually fully shape how you made your choices by coming clean before now.
Yeah. Could be.
And he's like, there's nothing more I can do. I can't mess you up anymore. Like, I'm not gonna change your decision, whatever.
Yeah. Also, now that he said the princess changed based on how she's perceived, it puts him saying, I can't explain more about how she works a lot more, because knowing that means you could think of all the bad stuff she could do with that power, and then she would turn into the being that can do all that stuff. That's a very good point. That is the rule. So if he gives us the more information he gives us, the worse the princess becomes because of who she is and what she does. So if she changes based on our perceptions, then the more information he gives, the more wow. So remember when we talked about how it's always better to know than to not know. That still remains true. But in this case, it's the one time where it's understandable to want to withhold that information. Because the being you're trying to kill specifically changes when you perceive there to be a danger. That is fantastic. That is incredible creativity. I think that might be my favorite part about all of this, is that trope, because it plays against one of the most frustrating tropes of fiction. That is, beings that guide you are cryptic about what they want. Patrons, or gods, or demons. People that make deals or pacts that are way more powerful than you. They are so cryptic about what they want. And a lot of the time it's just because they're malicious and they want to taunt you. But sometimes they claim to be cryptic for a reason, and we're always like, okay, well, what's the reason? And it's a very frustrating trope because it's hard to be on that level. And now here we are, learning that there is actually a tangible reason that we can comprehend. It's a lovely development of that trope. Really, really, that's some of my favorite writing in this whole game. Because the princess actualizes based on our perceptions of her. So if he tells us too much, we will create the worst princess imaginable, and then we'll have to die horribly, and that's so cool. So cool. So all he tells us is that the princess will destroy the world if we don't kill her. And that's enough. He thinks that's enough for us. It's not enough for us, but if he tells us any more, it gets worse. That is what is brilliant about it. Yeah, so cool. So cool. And this also ties into the replayability of this, because if you play this from the beginning again, you'll have all this context, and you get to go in with this amazing, like, new mind. Super cool. Yeah, super cool. Rewatching him in Chapter 1 with this knowledge makes him a lot more sympathetic. As you can tell, he's trying to explain why he can't tell you without actually saying anything. Oh, yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I like raged at him for it because he wasn't telling us anything. But he said that you made her a princess. Very interesting thought process. Yeah, who are we to make her a princess? Because he just says, well, he says in that cabin is a princess. So we just perceived her as a princess then. If he says that it's a princess. Yeah.
I think that we chose for him to say that.
Yeah, maybe.
I was gonna say, maybe there's this phenomenon where, like, if the human brain, and I know we're not human in this, but, like, if the human brain doesn't have all the information, it'll fill in information with whatever's the most logical.
Yes, we fill gaps.
So
yeah.
Maybe he was giving it to us in bits and pieces, cryptically, like this, whatever entity he is.
Yeah.
And our brain filled in princess.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's what the point here is.
Very interesting.
Because who else would be locked up in the cabin of or the basement of a cabin?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. He does also say that he narrates things as they are when you're dying, and the hero tries to get him to stop to change the narration. Yes. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Interesting.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
This game is just bar after bar.
Yeah. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. Nascent means new. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Give me the princess.
Whoa.
Is that... Oh! She's not there. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Because I am the long quiet. I was talking to myself, and I've self-actualized now. So there's nothing to talk to anymore. I'm just me. It's just me. Also, the two things we did is the long quiet, all of this is you, which is, I assume, the end of the game, and then a wounded vessel, which is something only 22% of players have, which I think is very special. Okay. Yeah, shifting mound, huh? Oh, it's shifting. It's shifting. Oh, Jesus.
That was a lot of princesses.
That's cool as hell. Whoa.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
This is phenomenal. Oh my god.
What the...
Music is great as well. Yo. This is crazy. I just want to stare at this. This could be in a museum, man.
It's been
Art gallery.
so
That's what that is.
long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Wow. Lots of perspectives, slightly different looking crowns, and still the most regal of all of it, which is great. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, all the music is insane. The music is amazing. You would want to stare at this? Hey! 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 Don't assume things about me.
I assume nothing.
Also, that melody really reminds me of What Was I Made For? Oh, that is true, actually. Yeah, all the princesses forming her hair and legs is crazy. You're right. Like she said, all the other perspectives would come on their own once you found enough. That's true. Here are all the perspectives. So sick. Okay. I've missed you too. I'm not leading into the love story here. Yeah, do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me.
Ooh.
I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Okay, so I agree, but you saying it makes me feel less sure about this. When he was talking about the horrors of death, maybe for the narrator, because remember, we know that death is nothing, right? Because that's what happens in real life. In real life, death is nothing. And please, like, we don't know what happens after that. That's the reason why it's so scary. A lot of people will pretend it's like hell or whatever, or maybe there's a good place and a bad place you go to. You should watch The Good Place. It's a great series. But still, most of the time, what we know that the most likely option is that it's probably nothing. Because the way that energy works, it gets destroyed, we move on, and that's it, right? But what if it's not? That's the root of the fear of dying. The root of the fear is that what if it's not nothing? What if it is torment? What if it is actually better to live forever than it is to die? To which I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather not drive myself crazy over unknowns, because we know that one of the best lessons we can learn for ourselves as humans to self-actualize is to work with what we know. We cannot, the more we drive ourselves crazy with unknown variables, the worse things will be for us. There is no way of knowing, so just do it. Just go into it. I'm not talking about death here, specifically. I'm talking about, like, just unknown stuff. The point about death is that it is a giant unknown, so why bother? It's going to come anyway, whether we like it or not. But unfortunately, what this creature, the narrator, has now said to us is that he might have it on good authority that death is not a good place. And this...
But it can lead you to a good place.
This is what... I mean, but that's what people think. But the narrator seems to believe that it's just all horror. And I think it's his fear of death. Yes, I agree. But the fact that she's saying it makes me like... I don't know! Are we collecting perspectives to end the world and make a new one? Is this what's happening? I guess we'll find out.
Imagine if we could do that.
No mind at all? Not even like a little mind? This explains why the narrator was always referred to with capitalized pronouns. Yes, that's what I figured, yeah. Like a god. MJ's nothing but brain cells? Wait, is that a good thing?
It's a joke about how you're always analyzing and thinking.
Ah, yeah. Well, you know, this is an analytical playthrough. I'm capable of having fun as well.
I'm not saying that in a fun way, just like you're less action, more thinking.
Yeah, I suppose, well, this is the thing. So, it depends on what role I'm playing. Oftentimes, if I'm able to, if I feel like I'm in a role where acting is paramount, then I will. But because this stream and other things that we talk about are specifically thinking based and we're here to teach or to learn from each other, then yeah, I will do more thinking for sure. Yeah, the good place is awesome. Yeah. The question is, does the echo of him know what after death is like or not? We don't know. It's very interesting. The game withholds information very well. It does. It really does. No, because I have been okay. I think you've because you've touched a nerve. That's why. Because in my history, my parents, bless them, in their ability to not make me someone who talks people's ears off, even though I kind of turned that way anyway. I've often felt bad for taking too long to tell a story, or like being very clear and being very understood and stuff.
Mood.
And like,
Dude, I totally got that.
Yeah, so it makes me want to feel more like, no, of course, I act as well. What do you mean? That's all. I totally got that you were joking. Don't worry. Yeah, the beast bullied me. That is exactly what happened. The beast punished me for thinking and speaking too much. Then it killed me and vored my ass. And then it roasted me from inside its belly about how I'm still talking too much. It was really like a mom, dad, is that you kind of moment.
It was incredible that was the last one, because it really did feel like the sum of all of the things you'd done.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was good.
All right, god of what I assume is death. Let's go. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
And if I'm death, the long quiet, if I'm the carrier of death, then death is the long quiet, which is just forever of nothing. But the truth about nothing is that you can't actually conceptualize it, so you don't have to worry, because it's just nothing. You're never going to perceive it, so it's all good. It's not like you standing in a room forever where it's just horrific purgatory. It's just nothing. It's the shifting mound. Yeah, very cool. What happens now, Miss Mound?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I've been called out very accurately. Nice. That would have been that probably changes depending on what you do, right? Like if I slay the princess a lot more, then it gives me other stuff. But yeah, I would say passive is an okay description of how I do these things. I would say more careful. I prefer not to act until I know everything, or I know as much as I can to make an informed decision. I believe informed decision making are the best decisions we can make. And as long as we have the opportunity to make informed decisions, I will continue to do that. So yeah, I guess that is woven into my nature. I wouldn't say that makes me a reactionary. It's more like I learn more and then I act. But yeah, this is very interesting. This talks about like how many times I like this because the game knows that I never slayed the princess. And I think this is leading up to something interesting here. The narrator said you have to kill the shifting mound to get rid of death. Her full description by him was the shifting mound ebb and flow transformation itself. Her dialogue in the ending is extremely varied, depending on what you do throughout the entire game. Yeah, this is cool. We'll find out if there's more that she says. But yeah, her full description, transformation itself, is very interesting. Like, why would we kill transformation? Why would we want to stay the same? Change is good, narrator. Death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those who transform into the Force. Pedantic nitpicking. I learn more than I act. Sounds like you react to the information you get. I want you to shut up. That's not what reactionary means.
I want you to shut up. Remember, folks, in this community, we learn and we grow.
Yeah,
and
we love
hear each
communication.
other out.
We love it.
Not what I
Unless
was laughing
you're
at.
Alfred.
Except when it's Alfred, yeah. When it's Alfred, you can go away.
Shut
There's
up.
no learning for you here. You're too far gone. Oh,
What were you laughing
okay, Ember,
at?
you can go away as well. All of you are gone. Goodbye. I'll just play on my own.
Hey, I'm the
It'll
only
just be
one
me.
that's not in trouble today.
Yeah, you're on thin ice.
That's exactly why I called it
I-
pedantic nitpicking.
Yeah.
Always on thin ice.
Hunrahel? Hello? I don't know how to pronounce that, but hi.
Welcome.
Welcome to the stream. We're just at the end, and we're talking about the implications of it. Was death linked to the Long Quiet title a few lines ago? You're the one supposed to end? Yes. We are the one that is the... We're called the Long Quiet, and we are supposed to... We are supposed to kill this princess, who represents change and transformation. And in killing her, we end the concept of death. So everyone can just stay the same. And that is because the person who created us in order to end death believes that death is horrifying and wants it to stop. And that's it. I shut up preemptively. Yeah, no, so to respond to pedantic nitpicking then, reactionary is not the same as informed decision making. Reactionary, absolutely what Ember is saying, is an immediate just knee-jerk to whatever's going on around you. And that means you never really hold fast to anything. You're just kind of a thing.
Like
All right.
when MJ told Alfred to shut up.
Yeah. That was pretty reactionary. When I read that, it created...
So you are a reactionary.
It made me... Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The truth of it all is that I am a reactionary. I think everyone's a little bit reactionary, and it's okay. We just got to check that impulse. That's all. Also, Hunrahel, welcome. Grab a chair, grab a drink, and enjoy the end of the game with us. Here we go.
I checked that impulse
When
page
the
writing
echo
political
spun
discussions
us
to make
from
them
one into two,
Sorry, hold
he
on.
gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We can't, she's already said she contains multitudes. So if she's not only death, then we're not killing only death, which is very, very interesting. Also, note how these princesses are, grabbing at her, holding her down. It's very interesting. Yeah, Alfred, what did you say earlier?
Nothing important.
Okay. Yeah,
It wasn't
we are
anything about you, don't worry.
Okay. All right, we are one being, and the narrator, the echo, spun us into two. Yeah. So I'm the one who makes the choice, and she plays the role. What's interesting is that I'm the one who's meant to act, and she's the one who's meant to react. She is the reactionary one. But I have become passive in my role, in my choice, by not making any in slaying her. Well, I've made choices, but they've not been what he wants me to do. And she has therefore done her part in a very interesting way in this playthrough. I really like that.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. I double-checked. The
Because
narrator said
every
that...
time-
Yeah, go on.
Every time that you choose whether it's to leave her there or just stay there, she always winds up being the one to act.
Yes. Yeah. Always. Always. The narrator said that you are the Long Quiet, a god meant to rid the world of death and suffering. Yeah, that was your full description. Okay. And there she confirms we used to be one being, and the narrator split us into two. Did you see my previous chat? Which one? The agreeing part? Yes. Or it was about the other stuff, yeah.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
God damn, dude. That's a crazy choice. What I think is interesting about this is that she implies that a world without death is a world without meaning. And I think that plays into quite a lot of sayings that we have. That things are not beautiful because they last. Things are beautiful because they are finite. Everything must end. And I'm okay with that. In a world where everything changes, everything starts and ends, everything ends. And that's part of, it's not the whole of what makes it special, but it is a big part of it. A big part of what makes life so precious is that it does end. That's what makes our time here so important, to use it well. Because this is all we've got, you know? Of course, this is a line of thought that everyone has at some point in their lives. But I agree with her here, that a world devoid of death does take away a lot of the meaning of things. Yes, Alfred?
I was gonna mention that I love the use of the word liberation to describe a world that has death.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
I just want to bring up Scythe again because I actually really like that series, even though I haven't finished it.
Go for it.
Even though humans have figured out how to keep themselves from dying, there's still other problems in the world where they realized, oh no, we do have to die.
Oh yeah.
And that a certain group of people who decide basically.
Yeah.
And they get to choose who does die. Anybody they kill is not allowed to be brought back.
That's crazy. Of course, then power becomes completely consolidated in the hands of those people. That's a very interesting concept.
Actually, not that much.
Really?
I
would
think
imagine.
you would really find it an interesting read.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I like how all the vessels on the princess legs are reaching out towards her with their hands. Yeah, I was talking about that. It's like they're kind of grabbing onto her for security. I like the animation of the one in the very bottom right corner. This one kind of reaching out like this, or like grabbing onto the other one's arm. Her right hand is reaching out towards the main one, and her left arm is held down by another vessel using her to pull themselves up. That's a really cool detail. Yeah, good catch, Ember. I like this stuff. Oh boy. Oh, slay the princess. It's always there. It's always there. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Slay the princess. Or I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? That's a good point. Illusion of choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. But we were created... You were created to end that world. I was created to stop you ending that world as a metaphor for death itself. And we were talking about premature endings. So if I let you out, then I was under the impression that the world would come to a premature end, that it wouldn't be like natural energy and entropy because you're this eldritch being. But an even bigger eldritch being created us to do this very thing. So that, if anything, it's on the narrator that this is happening. So if the result of me not letting you out and killing you is that the concept of death goes away, then I can't do that. Yeah, let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. Okay. This feels like the game critiquing a little bit. This feels like the game is sort of nudging me and going, hey, it's time to stop asking so many questions, which is very interesting. I feel like this has always been there, and I don't know what it is, but I'm reading tone into this, and the tone I read into this is desperation. That at some point, the need to know more becomes an obstacle for doing anything. It becomes an incredible limiter for action, because the truth is we'll never know everything. Informed choice is not present with all information, because you'll never have all information. Informed choice is as much information as is reasonably necessary. And I'm going to be honest, I think we have a reasonable amount of information. I don't think we need to ask many more questions for this. We kind of get what the premise is. Yeah, don't you have a say in all this? Why is this falling on me? There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Yeah, don't you have a say in this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Interesting. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Interesting. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point? Because if all the perspectives come to you anyway, then what happens? Is it specifically the choices I made? The other automatic perspectives, they're going to come to you anyway, but the ones that I made, are those the ones that are the most important perspectives? Are they all equally weighted in your mind? How does it work?
That's what I was
If you're
gonna say,
saying
too.
that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
Okay. Pretty roundabout way to say, shut up. Yeah, Taters, go on. What were you saying?
I was just thinking the same thing, like, if we were gonna get all of the perspectives anyway, what was the point of this exercise?
Yeah, see, I think I've answered my own question before. I think it's like, I think it matters what I did. I think it matters because I'm the one who has the potential to free her. So, if it comes to destroying remember, the narrator does not want her to collect perspectives. The narrator wants me to just slay the princess again and again and again and again. And
As fast as possible, so it doesn't get a chance to grow.
Yeah, see, he doesn't want it to get a chance to grow like this. Yeah. So, in fact, I think him appearing in the mirror was his last-ditch effort to try and stop me from doing this. And remind me and, like, reveal everything. Be like, just, okay, fine, I'll tell you everything if it will make you stop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For us, the more perspectives we bring for her, the more we undo his plan. And I think that's why it doesn't matter to the narrator what we do. It matters to her what we do. Because the choices we make tell her, maybe what we prioritize and what's more important. And yeah, that's why I think it's important. Yeah. She politely called you a dumbass. Correct. So you cannot comprehend this. Okay. There's a connection you can make from one of the lines that's said, but I'm going to wait to say it in case it does say it straight up here. I don't remember if it says it out loud or if it's just heavily implied and left for you to connect on your own. Yeah, she a deity. She got to be fancy when telling you to shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Whoa.
If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa! Whoa!
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful
the final
beginning
princess.
we can never return to.
Oh my god!
That's you.
This was her perspective. Holy shit!
You knew me, and I knew you. Even more than either of us know each other now.
Oh, the music.
You chose to pull apart that weave.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to get to the bottom of it. And we got there.
But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, shit. And then there's, oh, shit. And then there's intention behind it. That's so sick. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. I don't think so. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Ooh. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. Or remain silent and let her kind of explain things.
But every time you remain silent with her.
Yeah, she's just not responded. Well, I've done it once, and then she just moved on.
I thought you did it twice, but man, showing you that last one, that feels like manipulation. Like
what? This one?
No. Her showing you the perspective.
Yeah.
Of the princess, the last princess.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh.
They also updated the options to let you know the tone of them. That's good. They added the address option where it doesn't let you know what it's going to say. Interesting. The first part of the DLC update affected this ending the most. Okay. Addressing the vessel's statement directly seems like I'm about to debate lord her, which feels like not productive here. I don't want to engage with violence, but you act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Oof. I don't know what. None of these are things I can fully. None of these are things I fully commit to as an idea. Because I think that this is about life and death and change and stagnation. And if I tell her this, she's going to be like, okay, then what is it about? And I don't know. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. I won't engage with violence, or just say nothing. I love this music, by the way. This is insane.
I love the remain silent option.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like I don't want to be obtuse by remaining silent. I just want to see. She said, we were still one and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle? You could maybe say nothing for now and wait for her to make more points. That's what I'm hoping, but when we last did it, she just stopped making points. So I'm hoping she's going to make more points and expand. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, how is she going to interpret silence? Let's make a save. Let me make a save. And we'll explore more paths later.
I like that option.
But I like this option too. I think we're going to come full circle and just let her make more points and then listen. Because she has already told us that, you know, listen. The beast told us to listen, so we're going to listen.
But you say nothing.
Okay. Oh, here we go again.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Okay, she's going backwards through the... She's going backwards through the perspectives that we've had, which is really interesting. Deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you place a shackle on your neck. Whoa, that's pretty real. That's pretty real.
Holy moly.
Okay.
Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence. And it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
So she's talking about how
Oh.
if we end death, then everyone's suffering never ends. And we can do all of this. We're fighting her right now? This is
Ooh.
a fight? I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. Oh, shit. No, I won't engage with an argument that favors death and suffering. No, she's talking about suffering ending. I'm not going to engage in this argument at
man.
all. I want to remain silent again.
Do it. I love that.
There's a slowed down version of the animations. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's wild how detailed they are, and you can't really see until you watch them slowed down. Wouldn't recommend watching till you've seen all routes, though. Address is a very neutral turn. Remaining silent is fun. I think remaining silent, just let her talk. Let her get her shit out. Because now we know that she's going to continue making points. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Remain silent.
And so your quietude continues.
I'm not engaging. I'm listening. I am listening to you. Tell me. Let's keep going. I got one more. What was after that? What was it? The...
My massive mob.
Oh.
There is no beginning, there is no end. And there is no
There's only
end.
the flood of
There
bodies.
is only the
In
flood
every
of
moment you
bodies.
hold every possible sensation
Every
at
moment
once.
you
And
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once. And then you hold them all again.
That was the stranger. Okay. Dude, this music is killing me.
But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Okay, how cool is this lovely little audio cue that when she starts, there are three speeches, like three dialogue thingies that you can skip through. The first one, the voices are very disjointed. The second one, they're a little bit more together. And the third one, this one, she's almost speaking in unison. Very interesting. I don't know how to address this vessel statement directly. Like, does this mean that we just, like, start to talk about this perspective ourselves?
I'm really liking staying silent.
Yeah, me too. But what does this mean? Like, part of the DLC update is that some of the important lore tracks are played by an IRL orchestra. That's cool as hell. I want to know what this, like, when we address this vessel statement directly, do we talk to it? We talk to the stranger? Yeah, we're not stopping the fight early. You don't get to know what it means until you choose it. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm doing it. We're going. No, don't tell me. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. No, we're come on, tell me. Tell me more. I'm here. I'm listening.
Is your unbroken silence a lack of an answer? Or has your understanding begun to move beyond words?
We're starting to get through. This is working. Ah, okay. Also, two things can be true at the same time. Both of these could be true. Here we go. Oh, God. What the fuck? Oh, the damsel.
Your
Okay.
laser tries to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Shit. Seeing this from her perspective is crazy. It is so cool.
I like that you're crying. That's a neat touch.
I think that's like the Spittin's voice. Yeah, definitely. Princess, why? Why would you do this to me? This is so sick. So sick.
Wow.
Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me.
Correct.
You sought the truth, then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Interesting. I did seek the truth. Okay, this is reading me very well. No, we're done. Let's keep going. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Get me
yeah,
through.
yeah.
What's next? The thorn? Take me to the thorn. It's funny but also interesting because that staticky animation is normally only used for horror roots. Yeah, for sure. Very interesting. Well, I thought the damsel was a horror root, to be honest. So, here we go.
Still, you hide the contours of your heart from me.
I'm listening. It's different.
Is
Yo!
and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about your vision or mine?
When I succumbed to myself, you left me to rot, and in your abandonment, the two of us were bound in our suffering together.
I tried to reach for the knife, but you assumed that I was not trusting you. You assumed, not because of anything I did, but because of what you were doing. You assumed that because you killed me that I would come back for revenge because that's what you would do. I gave you nothing to work with there. You made a choice. I didn't leave you to rot. I tried to take the blade and you wouldn't let me. That's your choice.
A painful eternity, but one that is only unceasing if you remove what happens next.
See, that's the thing. This is actually a really good moment because we would have been there for eternity, just suffering together in the thorns, if death was not a concept. And this is helping us make a decision. Okay. If you get specifically the deconstructed damsel, you ask her what she wanted, you get the static animation. That's pretty cool. Just enough detail to show you're a birdman creature, but still not super defined. Yeah. This is the... No, this is the vessel's perspective. Of course, I know. But that's the point. The point is, she thinks I left her to rot. And I agree. This is what her perspective is, yeah. And this is it.
Do it again.
Let's do it again. Here we go.
Your stoicism knows no end.
Stoicism doesn't mean silent. Just letting you know. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar. Very good. Can't have light without darkness. Can't have ups without downs. This is very, very, very good.
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Oh, shit!
Whoa.
That's so cold, dude. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. Because that's true, by the way. That's the truest thing in the whole game. Can we... I'm gonna make another save.
Oh, man.
When we've explored options before, we lose these dialogue options. I cannot risk it. This is too good. This is too good. You've done everything you can to make me understand you, but you keep dismissing me. If you think you can change me, I must be able to change you. Come on, here we go. Come on!
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Yo! He's here, baby! Here come all the other voices. Let's go! Whoa! Oh, shit! Which hero are you?
I'm all of them, I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
So cool! You've no idea how good it is to hear you, for sure. Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Whoa.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Does he want us to slay her?
Yeah, he's gonna take you to her heart to slay her, I think.
Just to slay her? Or do what?
I think it's just to slay her.
I don't know. Why would... He's always stopped her from He's always stopped us from slaying her.
I don't know. Maybe to change her. You did
Well,
say
he's
change
Yeah,
her.
we did say change her. Maybe we can fix things. Wait, is this an
I
I
think
can
Ember's
fix...
malfunctioning.
Is this I can fix her? Is this I can fix her? All he said was he
Maybe
could
it's I
take
can
us to
fix
her
her.
heart. Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Yeah, he's taking her to her. What we do with our heart is up to us. It's up to us. I can fix her. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
I love this. Oh shit.
Oh, he's taking you back to the beginning.
Oh yo.
Don't think any of the others have forgotten what you said at the mirror. They all talked, and they're not happy.
Wait, why?
But we can discuss that later.
Well, look out the window.
We have a job to do.
Oh shit, all the princesses outside.
Wait,
We
what
can
did
fix
you say
her.
at the
Do
mirror?
you need me to describe things?
Oh shit. I'd like that for old time's sake. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Is it just you and me? Oh, yeah. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go. I actually don't know how to feel about him being gone. I agree.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Whoa.
I'm a sentimental bitch. If the offer still stands,
Do
could
it.
you describe the cabin to me for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Interesting.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Listen, I'm not a
Calling
centrist.
you out.
All right? Listen, oh. They're not happy because it's sometimes in the mirror you must have chosen options that dismissed the voice's fears in some way, if I remember correctly. That's interesting. What, like when I talked to the narrator?
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm not taking the blade, buddy.
You're not gonna slay the princess?
No, we're not doing it.
I love it.
I'm not taking the blade. We won't do it. we're gonna if anything, I'm gonna get her out of here so the death can continue, but oh, after a vessel is taken? Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. Here we go. You're about to walk up to the mirror and the voices get scared before they disappear. Ah, so sometimes we can... Okay. Okay, cool. I can reassure them or I can make them scared. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, here we go. I don't want the knife, buddy. Just like we always did.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
That makes me feel comfortable. Here we go.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us.
Oh, we can't say anything anymore.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
There you are. You look just
Not
like
even
you did
changed
when we
up?
first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out.
That's the first time she has... That's the first time she's, like, advocated for talking. And it's also the first time she's not chained up and also advocating for talking. Very interesting because when she was chained... Also, still princesses outside. When she was chained, it was like, you better let me out of here or I'm gonna kill you. But now she's not chained. She could do anything she wants right now. I don't even have a blade. And she wants to talk. This is awesome. Markiplier is playing this. It's great.
Yes.
You should see what he did the first time. It's very funny.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You say that.
Here we go.
I've literally never watched anything Markiplier's done. Now I kind of want to.
We're gonna sit with her. Hey.
Whoa.
So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
I don't have one, and I think I like it better that way. But you can call me Princess if you want. You know, you never told me your name.
That's amazing. You never asked.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't want to be a god. I don't think I have one either.
Then I guess
Shrug.
I'll call you Quiet.
My heart. My heart. Ah.
Not hero. Oh well. Quiet will do. That's always been us, hasn't it?
Boy! They're calling me out!
Whoa!
They're calling me out! That's so cool. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
I don't know. We made it to the other side, and we found each other. I think that means all of the bad was worth it.
Holy man.
Sorry for all the times I hurt you.
No, I'm sorry too. We've done a lot to each other. Like, a lot. But I still like you. And hopefully you still like me. We both let things get a little out of hand. But we don't have to let that stop us from being who we want to be.
You know, when she puts it like that,
Are you the same as you are out there?
I am she as much as she is me. And all of us are both everything and also not everything.
She sounds like she's mocking you.
I had you there for a second, didn't I? I think I'm different from her, and I'm happy I'm different. I think being her would mean I'd lose a lot of myself along the way. I think I'd have to lose the parts of you that matter to me.
This is killing me, man. So what do you think of her and what she wanted us to be?
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to judge her. It must be so lonely thinking that she's everything that matters in the world. Thinking that she's the only one with all the answers.
I agree.
I never thought about it like that. That does sound lonely, doesn't it?
That's what I've been thinking about, actually. I told you the ending is super varied depending on your actions throughout, especially with the recent update adding even more dialogue and editing some. Her apology back changes depending on what the first route you get is, fun fact. That's so cool. Bro, we're not even. You killed us multiple times. She didn't remember.
Oh.
So if you kill her, no more death, but also she seems fucking awful. Well, what, like the big princess up there?
Yeah.
She seems to be like, my way is the only way, but also she's the only one down here. She has no other perspectives other than the ones I'm giving to her. And the perspectives I'm giving to her are based on her choices anyway, so she's kind of rigged the whole game. So if all the choices are ones that she would have made anyway, then it's only her, which as the princess says here, is very lonely. So I can imagine. See, a world without death is horror to me. A world without death is just can't exist. I can't imagine suffering being infinite. Happiness being infinite is its own suffering as well. And I think at some point, all of us deserve to just rest. And I can't take that away. I don't deserve to have that kind of power. She said she's more things than death. Yeah, she's more than just death. Yeah. The narrator said before that she's transformation itself. She has a god complex, but like I feel like a god is the most valid person to have one. Still not okay, but understandable. That's a good point. That's a good point. And I think she's very like confident in her own success and in her own, rightness. But she also is right in a lot of ways. The world needs death. The world needs change. The narrator wanted to cause Shrek forever after to happen. Thank you, Alfred. Truly. Does she truly destroy the world then? No, I think what the narrator is doing is creating this example. I think the narrator sees the world ending and then creates this example, the princess as the personification of death, the world ending, maybe even the universe ending, like the heat death of the universe, and me as the person who can stop it. I think the god creates it because he's scared of death. He's scared of the big end. He doesn't want the universe to end.
But so weird because he was scared of death, but also he died.
I think he died so that we could live and then stop death. Like he faced his fear so that others might not have to face it anymore.
Yeah, it's just still I have trust issues maybe, and that's like clouding my judgment. I'm like still waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Like I still feel like there's another something happening, and maybe that's just
honestly,
a
I'm
me
with
vibe.
you. I'm with you. At some point, she could turn into a horrible monster and eat us. I could see that.
And that's probably another route.
Yeah. Chapter 2. We didn't ask more questions about it to the shifting mound when we had the chance. So hard to say. Like MJ said, we could interpret it that way too. We didn't get the clarifier in the playthrough. Yeah. Yeah. Which is fine. I don't think I want to be a god.
Me neither. It's so big. It's so much responsibility. And at the end of the day, it just feels like waking up in another basement. It's something we never asked for, trapping us somewhere we never wanted to be.
Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time you met. Is this the real you?
I'm the princess, the one you've been spending all this time with. I know I've changed a few times, but so have you. And you're still real to me.
This is interesting.
But you didn't say anything about not being real.
Well, I think our implications are pretty heavy that if, like, which princess are you implies that, you know, this is just another loop. It is good to see you again.
Yeah, I missed you so much. Not that we've ever really been apart, but still. It feels like it's been so long. Like this is some sort of a big reunion.
We don't know how literally the destroying the world is, but we do know that's a thing that's been mentioned. Being a god but feeling still just like a normal dude must suck. Absolutely. Yeah. God and responsibility don't belong in the same sentence unless it's to say they aren't. Halt, certified god hater. That's a hell of a cool line, Alfred. Damn. Kind of like how you're the MC who's done all of the stuff, and the voice of the hero is the one from all the chapters, I'm assuming. Yeah, go on, Taters.
Being a god and still feeling like a normal dude is like... That's how I feel like being an adult.
Honestly, yeah. We have a lot more responsibility than we could have ever imagined, and this is just the control of our own lives. Like, our own lives are seen often as so in-depth and so varied and so complex, and we are gods of our own internal existences. So yeah, now just imagine that on a much larger scale. Yeah, Alfred?
Just reminds me of Tom Bombadil. Certified just a normal dude who is older than the universe.
Yeah. He's just a dude. Yeah, it's great. So what if we just leave?
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Oh.
I like the walk through the cabin door.
Yeah. I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are. Yeah. Ooh. Can we do the hand-holding thing first?
In my Christian Minecraft server?
Are we leaving room for the Holy Spirit? Should we hold her hand? I'm gonna hold her hand. God. Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. All of these are true, to be honest. Oh, there's no need for words.
That's so on brand.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Just take her with us. Let's just go.
Do it.
Let's go. There's no need for words. No need for words. No more words. Just actions. Just trust me.
Honestly,
It'll be okay.
personally, I find it more romantic that way, and this is a love story.
Yeah, we just took her hand and we leave. Let's go.
It's so on brand for you.
This music is
That's
gonna
what
make me
I was
cry. And our name is Quiet. She named us Quiet. Let's just go. Let's be quiet.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm literally kicking my feet right now.
She's blushing.
Me
I think
too.
I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you gonna be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
couldn't say thanks. But thanks. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend. A comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this. Yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
Oh, a little early for that.
A little early for that? You've lived like 20 lives with her, and you're like, I don't know.
My instinct for that is like, oh, buddy, just not yet.
Doesn't feel quite earned yet.
Yeah. I don't feel like we've killed each other a couple too many times, I think.
She's only killed you 14 times.
Yeah.
No need to rush.
Who's gonna
Who's
open
going
it? Yeah, who genuinely, who's gonna open it? I'm not gonna open it. Are you gonna open it?
Both of us.
Someone kicks it open from
right?
outside.
Let's do it together.
Aww.
Screaming, crying, throwing up. Oh god! Oh god! Oh, it's beautiful! Yes! Oh!
Really quickly.
Squealing,
When the
kicking my feet. Oh god, her name is Nicole Goodnight. That's hilarious and amazing. So cool. Love that. Brandon Boone, incredible. Absolutely incredible. I couldn't read the male voice actor, unfortunately. Yeah, go on, Alfred.
When the credits first popped up, I saw Tony Howard, and as soon as I saw T.O. and Howard, my brain automatically went back and changed Tony to Todd.
Todd Howard? Yeah, nice. Thanks to our little creatures, Wednesday, Snake, Spoon's cat, and Nub's small monster. Very good. Our song. The Princess, The World Ender, Oblivion, A Moment Trap for All Time, The Shifting Mound Movement 1, I Just Want to Make You Happy, The Shifting Mound Movement 2, To Be Everything, The Shifting Mound Movement 3, I Don't Like Small Talk, The Shifting Mound Movement 4, The Wild, The Long Quiet, The Shifting Mound Movement 5, Transformation, The Unknown Together. Whew. Wait. This is the order we did things in. Yo! Is this a compilation of like... Oh, shit! Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Oh, God. Absolutely, dude. I'll hit both because I want that thank you message as well. Oh my God. You open it. No, you open it. No, you open it. Yeah, exactly. You got what is generally considered one of, if not the happiest endings. Congrats, MJ. Aww. Did I win? See, for us to be together at the end and to just leave together, it made complete narrative sense for everything that we were trying to do. The princess constantly feeling like a slave to her reactions and wanting to be her own person, and me constantly being given an order and constantly disobeying it. It makes total sense that this is the only ending for us that matters if that's how we've acted. That she feels helpless in just this reaction, then I'm here with this god, and I'm like, I don't want any of this. You can have your fight up there in the Eldritch, and life is just gonna continue as it is for me and for her. Find someone else to do it. The world will continue. And that's it. I think that is wonderful. Oh, what a wonderful way to go. I'm doing my own thing. I love this. I absolutely love. And what a way. It just makes it feel so real. The kind of. Yeah, I don't know. The way that we've turned away feels so earned. So much of media that allows, in games, that allows for a choice to refuse to do it, to just refuse and just be like, this is not for me to figure out. I don't get to make this choice. This is too big. And to take that road, what I hope is considered humility and honesty, and to take that road is often an afterthought for games where like not choosing is just like, all right, well, I guess you're not choosing, it's fine. And this feels like the moment to me. But what's interesting is that if we did it a different way, then that would also be the moment for whoever that was. And that's what makes this so wonderful, that yeah, that it to me, it feels like the main ending, but if I played it differently, that would also feel like the main ending, because every ending feels like it's been given equal love, equal attention. And so every one of them feels like it's been equally earned. What a wonderful ride. What an incredible game. Okay. There's a lot of interesting variations within this ending itself and the other endings too, but you can tell this ending is one of the main ones. Yeah. I would love to see all the different ways I can end the game based on how I've played. So like asking all the long quiet, asking the echo all the questions, doing all the long quiet stuff, talking to the goddess in different ways, doing all the arguments that they wanted us to do. I would love to do all of that. That would take me lots of time though. So I will slowly go through it, and when I unlock another another ending, I will let you know in Discord. We can talk about it. Like a reduced Stray Gods variant OST. Yeah, yeah, it feels like that. Yeah, it's the soundtrack for my playthrough, man. One of the best games I've seen. Love this roller coaster. Me too, Colin. Me too. It's been so nice to have you along. And yeah, allow me to take this moment to thank everyone for being here and for having this experience together. I truly feel like we've told this story together, and I love that I've heard all of your insights and we've talked about it to death, and it's just paid off in such a satisfying way. And yeah, I've loved this. So thank you for letting me be the medium through which we tell it and being the one to play it, and thank you for giving your perspectives to it so that we can do this together. It's been absolutely wonderful. I really, really appreciate all of you. If you also want to be together and be happy, then join the Discord. The thing I didn't mention earlier was that the shifting mound said that pieces of you and her were reflected in each other. And the main way this shows through the game is that you get a new voice when brought to a new chapter, which is, I think, a reflection of her transformation as she completely changes form, personality, the cabin and woods, whereas you change, but just slightly with getting your voices. So I actually picked up on this a lot earlier. We talked about how each voice you get is a small change for you, but it actually is a reflection of what she's gonna be. A really big change for her. She's like the extreme version of you, which is very, very interesting. Which shows because the Echo created her to be reactionary, created me to be the active one. So I kind of feel like we kind of messed up the simulation by not being the one who acts, by letting her be the one who acts. We kind of gave her autonomy in that, which is what I wanted to do. So that's great.
So,
looks... Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say my big question at the end is, can she go back to that like cat girl version? Is that an option for
Maybe our playthrough makes her shapeshift. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Looks like the main album was too long to put on one Spotify page, so I had to split it into two. Then a version with extended tracks, and then a live album. Christ, yeah. Then there's the demos too. I'm making a playlist for
yeah,
this.
so I shared the official like Slay the Princess full playlist in the
nice.
Slay the Princess channel on the Discord.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool.
It's the full soundtrack, so it's not yours, but it's the full soundtrack.
And then there's the demos too, 5 of them. I dropped the link to the full... Oh, you said this. Yeah. Talked about it to death, you say, but the narrator told us death is bad. Yeah, I know. It's true. But we're gonna live happily ever after. The princess and I will be together. Also, the princess, the end version of her is the most adorable by far. I loved hearing what I liked was that I constantly felt like when we played this game that there was this veil. There was this thing that we were constantly trying to pierce through. We were constantly trying to know things and get to the real princess behind everything. And finally, right at the end, we got it. We pierced the veil. We went straight through. And here's the thing, even after the happy ending that we get, the hero, it's still not all happy because all the other voices we made are still there. And I'm sad that they're not gonna, be as happy as we're about to be, because, we're heading into the unknown and we're like rejecting our godly duty and stuff, but we've created voices that are still behind there, still stuck there. Maybe each perspective can find each princess that we made. Maybe they can be happy.
The smitten will be happy.
Yeah. Oh my, a deconstructed drawing of a female for me to enjoy all on my own. Excellent. She was very genuine. She even made fun of her god self. Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh shit! Join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, return to main menu. Wait, they have another game? Make your playlist. Oh shit! Yo, I just got open to Spotify. Whoa. Oh, they made... Yo! Okay, they open us to a playlist called Slay the Princess Full Soundtrack.
Yeah, that's the one I shared.
Okay, sick. All right.
55 songs.
Yeah, 55 songs, yeah. Okay, so, yes, open in Spotify, please. That'd be great. Yeah, okay, I'm in Spotify. Honestly, if you guys want to join the Discord, you definitely should. I'm gonna join. What I will do is join the subreddit. Like, good lord. Absolutely joining the subreddit. I'm doing it like right now that I've played it. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there immediately.
You should join our Discord.
You should join our Discord, yeah. The first the first fan art is now draw her eating a burger. There's a picture of the princess eating a burger. That's very funny. Okay. What's the other game? Play the other game? Scarlet Hollow. Ooh, interesting. Okay, is that also another Ooh. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so they have another game called Scarlet Hollow. And then I think I will join the Discord because I've just finished. That's a lovely way to get people to join, by the way. Like, it's really good. Really, really, really good. Damn, almost 20,000 members in the Discord. Okay, return to main menu. And there we go.
She's sad again.
No, I want to make her happy. Let's play a new game. As I've said before, the run is the run. We're not going to go back on stream and explore different endings. I will discuss it if I feel like I want to go back and go check out other things. The one thing I'd love to go do is find out everything that the Echo has to say. So I'll be doing that. Hold on. So,
it looks like Scarlet Hollow is actually their second game. It's still in early access.
oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
cool.
interesting, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, this game, as I said, I just can't, you know all my words. I think now is the time to let words speak for themselves. You know the full analysis through the game.
Whoa.
Yeah, the main music, the main
Thanks,
menu
I
music
hate
gets
it.
a little bit horror-y.
I'm
I would
still
love...
watching the stream. I'm gonna close that.
As
It's
we've seen, this game contains so many multitudes. There's so much variation, and I just absolutely this has been a life-altering experience. Honestly, this has affected me in much the same way as Outer Wilds did. If you want to go watch that playthrough, we did that as well, and I just to have games that. Yeah, to have games that have this impact on us, to have experiences that impact us like this, is a true privilege. It is an absolute beauty to have done this and to have had this experience. And to have had it with other people is one of the great truths of life and why I'm happy to be here. So I'm glad that you are all around and alive to be here with me and to have this experience. So thank you. I really, 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 really appreciate you being here. Okay. I know that Nicole, Princess VA, yeah, Nicole Goodnight, yeah, was chosen because of a Let's Play she did of their first game, which wasn't voice acted, so she was voice acting the game while playing, and they liked her voice and thought she understood their character's intent well. Wonderful.
I love that.
This is why I secretly voice act in some of the streams we do. Someone will notice me eventually. They liked her voice. Yeah, it's a visual novel too, but not voice acted. Okay. You know what else was Scarlet? Nope. If you stay on the main menu too long, it gets spooky. Yeah, it does. It does. Good night, Colin. Have a wonderful night. Have a good sleep. I could imagine opening the game before setting up the stream and getting spooked. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, well, it just did that to me. It just full on scared the poopy out of me. Is their first game Nightfall?
I'm not
because
sure.
the person that did the music for Slay the Princess and Scarlet Hollow also did Nightfall 1 and 2.
Ah,
I don't know
interesting.
because Steam only has Slay the Princess and Scarlet Hollow
Okay.
listed for them.
All right. Well, everyone, on that lovely note,
Oh, never mind.
we'll say goodbye. Join us in 8 hours for Mass Effect 3, where we're nearing the end of the game, actually, which is quite cool. And thank you, Taters and Alfred, for being here and offering perspectives.
Yeah.
And as things get a little bit horror-y again,
And perspectives you didn't get to see.
Indeed. I'm gonna go and well, actually, I'm not gonna go because you've mentioned Squadrons, and I would like to play. So I will.
Squadrons.
I will stay here and play
I
Squadrons.
mentioned it first.
I will do it with a mouse and keyboard instead of VR, so that I can actually do something. And and I will see you all in a second. Thank you for being here.
Join
Goodbye.
the Discord. Join the Discord.
Everyone, what an absolute ride it has been. I can't wait to discuss all the other endings with you. We're going to move on to our next game in a little while, which I think I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but we've got a couple of other options. So yeah, that'll be all for today. Once again, thank you. Generally, I know I say that a lot, but it is. I'm just so grateful that we're here and doing this. So yeah. With that said, thank you for tuning in there. Make sure that you are hydrated. Make sure that you are kinder to yourself than you're currently being. I'll see you in 8 hours when we do Mass Effect. We near the end of the game, and we do it all over again. So take care, and see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. No matter where you are. Goodbye. It's been so nice. I don't want it to end, but it has to. See ya.